All right, welcome back to the live stream, guys. It's been a while since we did it on StreamYard, so this one's easy, all the bells and whistles, but yeah, much better, I guess, interface than the makeshift one we usually use. So yeah, so I might have some guests coming on. Depends on where they're. Don Fabio, where am I? Can you not see me? Oh, you guys are trolling me. All right, so as promised, is going to be a live stream. I see that one of you is doing calculus. By the way, if you need help on calculus, you can message me and I can try to help you out, try to explain some things if you need it. I don't know if you need it, but if you do, because I did tutor calculus. Okay, so yeah, just let me know, Bacon, and then you know where to let me know, and then we can do that. But yeah, what kind of calculus? Level 1, 2, or 3? 3 is a little bit. We'll be on equal footing there. Hmm. Okay, so you guys can see me. You guys, okay, all well and good. Mic's connected. We can talk about whatever it is you guys want. I'll be posting the link probably in about 30-ish minutes, and then you guys can come on. Anyone can come on. It's going to be basically an open mic to say. But yeah, as well as kind of, okay, so update on what's going on with everything. So I just finished another one of the exams, and so that's out of the way. And we're going to be seeing how I kind of schedule the next couple exams. And so we'll see how that kind of works out. But that should be exciting after all that is said and done. And that's out of the way because, my gosh, the time commitment has been absolutely, well, I mean, but the thing is, it's a lot of, I think, very good learning, to say the least. But yeah, I didn't recognize Bacon from Everything Money. Oh, look, you guys are reuniting. Yeah. Oh, we can talk a little bit about Everything Money before we kind of get into some other stuff. I have glasses of water so that I don't really need to leave here to get any water. So I'm good here. But yeah, with Everything Money, if what happened to Seth really did happen to Seth because of his appearance on Capital Mindset, which I hope that's not the case, I really do feel bad. And Seth, if somehow you see this, just know that I do feel bad for that. I don't know if it is or isn't. I'm just saying if it is, okay? Because either way, I know that he won't be able to answer to the affirmative or to the negative, just simply because, of course, there are legal matters in place of business, and there's limitations on what one can and cannot say about their place of employment. So I understand that, and there's probably a lot of non-disclosure agreements that Seth is privy to. So. Yeah, JP, I get that because I feel like, of course, like he said to me that I don't know what value is because I'm not 40 years old. Of course, I am much younger than he is. And so in doing so, I guess he came across as that to many of you. And I would say that I got at one point, I think I got a little bit upset, but I think I pulled it back a little bit. And yeah, so I think though it was, for the most part, I think it could have all, of course, be handled better. Every situation can be handled better, and hindsight is 2020 in that regard. So of course we can look back and say, well, I could have done that better. But I think all in all, I'd say that it was pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I'd say that there's as far as Everything Money goes, Capital Mindset Discord definitely became a congregation of former Everything Moneyers, you could say. But yeah. And then I will be joining the group at some point. This is no surprise to Everything Money, of course. At some point in the future, I'm going to keep my word and join the group from the money that Seth provided to me. So I will be doing and conducting a fair, what I believe to be a fair review on the product. Of course, like I said, it's an uphill battle for them to really prove to me that there's value in the product. I don't think I need to be part of the product in order to really ascertain the real value of the product, that it's worth that amount. But clear to my word to Seth as he came on and confronted me about it, I'm going to do it. Okay. So that's why you haven't seen any videos, as well as the time constraints that I'm in. You guys know I have like 4 videos that I filmed that are not out. I filmed the video 2 weeks ago on 3M. And I still haven't posted it. It's freaking ridiculous, guys. Andre, yes. Seth, to his word in the live stream, and he asked me to show everyone that he did pay me, in fact, $80 to join the group so that I could see for myself. So basically, he provided a free trial. That's essentially what he did. He provided a free trial to the Discord, not to the Discord, to their Bid and Ask Nation. So that's basically the extent of it. But if I don't join, I will send the money right back as per my word. Right? It's not for me to simply just use. I spend it on Chipotle. Ha. I'm kidding. Yeah, I will give Everything Money a testimonial. I'm still kind of figuring out how I'm going to handle it, whether or not I tell them straight up, hey, I'm Capital Mindset, I'm joining the server, or I just come in as some random person and just see what's up and try to use it as a user. without giving them the pressure of like, okay, this guy's just like kind of just trying to see what they're all about. All right. And of course, letting everyone know. All right. So we do have our first guest on. He's coming on right now. But of course, you guys can ask questions about literally anything. Okay. You guys can ask questions and we'll talk about it. Okay. So here we go. We have our first guest, Investing with Cole, good friend, at least. Cole, we became friends online. I think it's interesting because we
some kind of
pretty close friends, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you consider?
We played Pokemon together.
I never played Pokemon in my life, and then Cole kind of showed me the game. I don't know if everyone saw that. I've never, I've never seen it, but yep.
I'm playing a dangerous game right now. I have a burger on the stove, so I have to remember to not burn it.
Yeah, don't burn the burger. It's okay. But yeah, if you're not wearing you're not wearing headphones. Good. So just try to listen to it. You have a timer on.
I've got the chat.
Okay, so Cole, in 30 seconds or less, can you provide solid investment advice to the audience?
Yes. So 30 seconds or less. Well, the most important thing that I would have y'all realize is about the hedonic treadmill, which is basically
too long-winded. I need it.
Yeah, right.
30 seconds or less.
This is about to get to an hour.
I'll go over that, Austin, for you. But yeah,
don't buy things that don't buy things just to compete with other people. Buy things that bring you happiness. Focus on keeping your savings high and put them into low-cost total market index funds. I'm Cole. I'm an index investor.
So what I made Cole say there is I knew his answer was going to be along the lines, but just starting off with the practical advice there. But yeah, so Austin, for what we're saying here is just careful with because we try to assign relationships to the past and just saying, okay, this is the timing of it. But oftentimes when we I know that you're not saying this, and I know we've talked before. I know that you are not saying this, but everyone should just be careful with making rules or laws in investing based off of past trends, because always something that you didn't really perceive before that was true, and then you couldn't. Like, there are factors that you might not be paying attention to that had a play in the past, but maybe don't in the future, or maybe they, weren't even at play now or back then. Sorry, and they are play today. I don't know if I'm making sense, but what I'm trying to say is just careful with that. So you can maybe try to gauge, okay, that's happened in the past. What caused that? What do you think caused that specifically? Do you think it's just the sentiment that everyone's just digesting the information? But yeah, I'd say so. If there's likely more pain, the answer is I don't know.
What I would add on to that, he says historically the market bottoms 57 days on average. So they're just because of how numbers work, there literally has to be some average.
That's also true.
Yeah. So if we look at let's go back 60 years and we look at the stock market. And we group every single stock by the first letter of the ticker symbol, A through Z. I don't know what would win, but we just know through common sense there has to be some letter that has outperformed every other letter, because it just has to exist. But that does not mean that you should invest in tickers that start with that letter, because it's not some meaningful actual data. The data exists, but it's not investable.
That's actually better put than how I put it, if I'm being honest. All right, so we have some couple questions coming in about this. So regarding this, we're not really going to be discussing that too much unless you guys really want to get into that. But
unless strongman comes on here.
Yeah, if we want to, we can talk about it. But the point when that's an issue, and it's going to be in that light, you don't really tend to talk about it unless you're not going to be really serious about it. But anyways, so this use the trial as a random user. That's the benefit in warning them. Oh, what's the benefit in warning? I'm becoming dyslexic here. The experience that matters is the average user experience. Yeah, that's well put. So I agree with you, and I'm going to end up doing that. Yeah. And then who knows? Maybe I love it for the entertainment factor. Maybe I'm duly entertained by everything that's going on in there. I don't know.
All right, I have to go on burger duty. So.
All right, go on burger duty. I'll hold the ship. So anyone questions and stuff like that, and don't worry, I'll be posting a link for anyone to join. Of course, please have your camera on when you join. I'll remind everyone the rules, but please have your camera on. Comment section. Please be respectful to anyone who comes on. You can have any kind of disagreements with me. Say whatever you want about me. Just not the guests. Okay. And then moderators know the rules. So just not the guests. The guests are off limits. Okay. So let's see here. I'll remind again everyone the rules when we get to that point. Capital Mindset, what happened to Seth? I don't know what happened to Seth. And again, so that's why I started off with a sort of apologies. While we did have our disagreements, we kind of kept it at that. There were disagreements, and if I don't know the answer, I don't know what happened. Okay, because that's definitely behind closed doors. But if there was something to do with his appearance on Capital Mindset, had anything to do with his being let go, I'm sincere apologies. And even though that he, whatever happened and how everyone perceived it, I'm not happy that happened to him. Okay. So let's see here. Keith, you were really practicing your Spanish. I'm really proud of that. Can you make a video on stimulus checks now? Scott, was lowered your income enough to... That is the inside jokes now that are basically going to come out. But yeah, my YouTube income, just so you guys probably know, if you check on the descriptions of all the videos, there aren't affiliate links. There aren't, YouTube income is probably like, I'll tell you right now, it's like probably at 100, maybe.
Yeah. Fabio had standards. He doesn't just put Robinhood links in his videos and stuff.
Well, I mentioned that because the individual who came on Echoes' live stream was like very adamant about that. I don't know why. I don't really necessarily find a problem with that too much, because it is a broker at the end of the day. If you're saying that Robinhood is like a severe problem and not the individual investor, I don't know if I necessarily agree. I think
it would make more sense if the criticism about the Robinhood link would make more sense if you could like only purchase crypto on Robinhood. Then there is some kind of you could say the YouTuber is pushing people to buy crypto, sort of. It still wouldn't be the best argument, but Robinhood, where you can just buy anything.
Yeah.
Especially index ones.
This one actually, so this one's sitting at about probably, because I keep it pretty cheap, and a lot of it goes to the actual, you could say, the individual who actually made the Discord on my behalf. And then the rest of it's actually like, I think I'll be up transparent with it. It's probably sitting at around 300, something like that.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, just like making tons, man.
It's a real grift.
Yeah, it's a real grift. And that's not the monthly figure. I'm actually stating.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, okay, never mind. That sucks.
No, it's not a monthly figure. So because let me see here. So Cole, you send me videos, you don't get monetized. Well, I actually don't really know how much it is right now, but it last time I checked, which was like a month ago, it was like around there. All right, so you guys reaching Fidelity had an affiliate link. He made an argument that it's a scam because they allow penny stocks. Okay, so that's I don't subscribe to that. Definitely. So here's a question. You said by the September that you will release your valuation tool at a cost. Any news on that? So it's taking longer because for me, I'm actually working on my licensing, and the other individual is doing stuff that I won't disclose, but he's also doing stuff. Okay, so it's taking a little bit longer, and so it is basically a project of two individuals. Okay. So transforming it into something that has a user, basically a good UI, and actually works functionally the same in terms of use case on what you guys probably see on a Google Sheets is a bit different. So it does take some time. So thank you for asking. Think to invest. That's a good question.
No, that's an interesting comment from K-Man.
Which one?
The most recent comment from K-Man. Well,
Ketham. Yeah. Ketham. Yeah, K-Man is a different guy because there's actually a guy called K-Man.
I think that is K-Man.
Yeah. Oh, forgot to mention, we do have alpha testers that are actually providing good feedback. But as far as structuring goes, yes, it's a team of two. But technically, when you include alpha testers, it's some of the alpha testers have provided really, really good feedback. Okay. Okay. So this is not confirmed, and it's not means the truth. A theory I have is that Seth may have moved to a different Ohio city. Oh, okay. So that's actually a more innocent way to describe what. So if this happened, then that's just an innocent breakup. That's
And
fine.
it would explain Paul's comment where he said we tried to see what he could do in the background of everything money, but it didn't work out. That would explain that comment.
That actually would explain more. I think that's probably the best answer. Not because
There's still the weird comment where he said we have 8 or 9 businesses and they all have to row in the same direction. That was a weird comment. I'm not sure what that meant.
I don't know, but we'd be speculating at that point. But yeah, I think that's if that happened, then that's fine. That's fair. That's you know, it's much nicer. Okay, that
But
it ended like
he moved because of your live stream.
he moved because of my live
Yeah.
stream. Oh, all right. So we have some questions.
I'm
Oh my
ready to
gosh.
answer it. I'm ready to answer it.
Yeah. What is the answer? Why? It's
Okay.
assuming that's an assumption.
No, I told them yesterday. I told him yesterday.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't have context.
Yeah, so I fully admit that cat girls are more attractive than cowgirls. Just like neck and up, you know. I admit that. But as I already made my argument in Discord. Let's say person A has a cat girlfriend and person B has a cow girlfriend. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, you know, my throat's dry. If you have a cat girlfriend, you have to go all the way to the fridge to get like milk. But with the cow girlfriend, you just have the milk right there. So it's far more efficient in so many, and you can also start a business as well.
My gosh.
So it's just way more efficient in lots of ways.
Okay, so one thing I want to say real quick is that Tyson Industries, you being from Busseyville, Wisconsin,
It's a good town.
explains a lot. No, but I like Tyson Industries a lot. Or I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume, but yeah, you. I just offended Tyson.
Bacon memes just had a great time. Why marry the cow girlfriend when you can get the milk for free? Have you heard that saying, Fabio?
No, but
it's
funny that you guys.
It's used when you say in what's the comedian's name? John Mulaney. It's used just whenever somebody's talking about getting married. They always say like, "Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?" Which basically just means like, yeah. So
you just take it from.
Yeah.
Don's actually right here. Dom G. Yeah, that's the interesting part.
Yeah.
So that theory, that's where but we're kind of digging into it as to why he was let go. But yeah, it could be either. It could be because, you know, the appearance on whatever, disagreements, moving. We have no idea. We'll never really find out because, of course, everyone probably signed NDAs agreements. And NDA agreements are pretty standard, especially with Seth's role in the business. He probably he knows a lot of what's going on there. But yeah, obviously, like the information he has is probably insane. I said this yesterday in Echoes' stream that I think, you know, for Seth, if he focused on his chemical can business, I think that would be the most success he could derive in the future. And by the way, Seth, if somehow you see this and you want, you know, you look and sell some, yeah, just let me know. Just let me know.
Why?
Genuinely.
Yeah. Why marry an oat girlfriend and you can get the oat milk for free? Says K-Man.
Oh, I want to stipulate that, of course, like we'd be talking about it. What happened? Oh, that is so delayed for me. That's incredible. All right, we have Michael Hills. Thank you, Michael Hills. What is this? Warren Buffett says hello from the UK. Oh, yeah, he's not in the UK, is he? Right now? But I assume you're saying you are.
Most of my childhood life, I heard the name Warren Buffett. I always thought he was British because I mean that's a British sounding name, right?
Well, maybe descendancy. There's relations to some Brits.
I wouldn't have guessed Omaha. That wouldn't have been my guess.
Yeah. We do. Okay. So wait, what? I also do think Seth have content disagreement online.
Disagreement about content. Yeah. About YouTube content.
Oh no, probably. I mean, look, with everything money, you're Warren. No way. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, Michael. All right, so you're Warren. All right, putting a face. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily your face, but kind of. Okay, so I would say that the most egregious part about them so far, and that's what I've been saying, is the Trader Mo part. Just simply because the claims, if you're charging for a service like that, you should be actually, I mean, it's within the consumer's right to ask for the results. because you're making a claim and saying by teaching you this, and you're paying your customer, and it's not like he's not a finance professor, he's not an accounting professor teaching the profession. Instead, what is going on is saying, okay, well, if you pay me and I will teach you this method that you can then generate income and maybe replace your job. So a lot of promises, but all right, so one more thing. Trinimosa strategy, good, but you have to tweak it and make it your own. Okay, so there's one more thing about that. So I found, not for myself, but I found from others that the strategy is based off of someone else's. I forget who it is, but someone in the comments might be able to mention the name of the website where it actually is from. And I think he's talked about it in the past. There is some evidence to show that he acknowledges that he's actually, in fact, taken or inspiration, let's say, or some would say, outright. Yeah, Phil's Gang. Thank you, Bacon Memes. Phil's Gang. So Phil's Gang is another website. I have nothing to say about Phil's Gang because I haven't investigated anything about them. But Phil's Gang, it does seem as though he has admitted that a lot of it comes from Phil's Gang, and he was like one of his students or whatever, and they tried to buy him out. Except I won't get into that, but yeah, something like that. Most said I can make 20%. I know that he's been making some promises, and in some of the more recent videos, he's made some promises. Chipotle Gilp, Chipotle Panda Express will make you feel bad. Oh no, Keitham. No, don't listen to Keitham. Well, actually, I don't know, because I have bad experiences from Panda Express because my school used to serve it, because if it sits in the packaging, I think it gets old and not as good. Maybe it's because my experience has been tainted by it. So maybe it's better. Maybe it's better when you get it from the store, because I was just like, no, bad experiences all the way around. What I get from Chipotle is brown rice, black beans, sometimes pinto and black beans, fajita vegetables, an extra portion of fajita vegetables, double chicken, queso, and then for the other stuff, I get corn and cheese. That's usually a big amount. And then if I want some extra, I get some vinaigrettes. My friends and I, we would always start valuing stuff. Cole, this is a true story. We would value a lot of goods and services off of Chipotle bowls when we were younger.
I just thought it was funny that you got brown rice. I thought it was funny you got brown rice and black beans, because those are Scott's least favorite forms of those food.
Oh my God, you're referring to the comments that were going on Echoes from Above channel.
I did want to come clean, guys. As a lot of you know, Fabio, what state am I from?
Oh, you're from up north.
Yeah, I'm from up north. I'm from Louisiana. I did want to officially, on the Fabio stream, I did want to announce, since I turned 17, which is the age of consent in Louisiana, I have been having sex with my mom, and I wanted to come forward publicly and announce that here on this stream.
Why my stream?
I just thought now was the time. So everyone. A
lot of people do not know the context of that statement.
It's a real statement, and now you guys know. So
okay, so Austin, for you, I'm actually genuinely thinking that we would do one. I don't know. At one point, if we do it in Vegas, I mean, Vegas would be interesting. You would want to go? You sure? Okay,
yeah, I'm down.
All right. I mean, I'd probably choose. I don't know, man. Let's do Wynn Resorts, thematic, right? Because of Jeremy, I guess.
Is that I don't know the joke behind that.
Because no, that was one of his stocks back in the day. Okay. No, and the Wynn is actually really nice. They have a buffet that's really awesome.
I didn't know any stocks that I didn't know any casino stocks he had invested in. No,
but actually, Wynn Resorts is is a pretty good one. They just have a lot of exposure to China, and that was something that people can.
Yeah, I went to the Wynn Resorts once. Once I left, they called it the Lose Resorts.
Yeah.
We have fun.
So, I mean, let's see here. Watched a ton of live streams today in Hurting Sin. I'm entering. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'll see them for myself, and then I'll be kind of a better judge, I guess. Not better than you, I'm saying, but better for like me to make a commentary on it. But yeah.
When is this supposed meetup?
Oh, I have no idea. If we were to set it up, I'd be probably down for, I don't know,
like December 25th. Yeah.
No. Definitely not around there. That's going to be very busy. Oh, it's also, yeah. No, people have families call.
Yeah. Not the strippers.
Yeah, I'd say that, I don't know, probably in a year, maybe 2 years from now. Maybe 2 years from now, for sure. For sure, in 2 years from now, once things are kind of settled and calm, it'd be nice to do that.
Gil says, "Will you still make videos if you don't get monetized?" At some point, there has to be some kind of like, just because I don't just sit there, hit record, and then upload. I put time into my videos. So if I felt like it was, there's a limited amount of time in the day, and there's other things I want to do. So if I felt like it was no longer enjoyable just from a fun perspective, I'd weigh that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also have, I have other interests besides just uploading to YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Cole, you gotta weigh it as a cost benefit analysis.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because what is it doing? Because YouTube can be pretty therapeutic, I feel.
Mhm.
It can be pretty therapeutic.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't just ghost the channel. But maybe like it would be. Right now, I'm keeping a schedule because I'm trying to, build up the channel. If I knew for a fact I would never get monetized, it would just be whenever I felt like it. So it'd probably be like once or twice a month at a random date when I felt like making a video.
Well, like I was saying, because I was kind of basically looking at it as a form of income. I don't think YouTube is really a real way to generate like the size and scale you would have to be is pretty ridiculous to where it could replace whatever it is you decide to do outside of YouTube. So I think that what are the prospects, right? You generate, let's say on a medium, larger, couple grand a month. Can you live off that necessarily? Probably
Yeah,
not.
you probably have to have it to be successful on YouTube. You need to have like 22,000 subscribers or so.
Yeah,
probably closer. I think full time starts around.
It's a little.
It depends on Patreon, but I'd say around 200,000 to 300,000 is when you can consider doing it full time, and that would be, obviously your budgeting.
Yeah. Oh, this is the user that I accidentally said their name, and you were like, "Don't say it that way."
Yeah,
Jap Gill, are you taking down the Discord page? Why would I do that? I don't understand.
I still can't believe there's a game called Craps. I mean, that's somebody made a joke when they named that game.
Yeah. Craps. Teach me craps. That game looks fun. Fabio, when you're looking in the bid and ask tier, are you going to do day trading? How much are you going to use? Oh, they ask you how much you're going to use and stuff. That's interesting. I mean, I'll see what it's all about and then do that. All right. So as far as investing goes, Cole, what are you doing this week? Are you just buying index funds, just chilling? Oh, no, you can eat your burger like a degenerate. It's okay. I won't judge you at all.
No, I just have I don't actively do anything. I have automatic.
Yeah, how do you do it, Cole? I actually want to know this. How do you do that?
How do I set up automatic payments or
no? So like, what's your process? You just set up automatic payments. You pick what not individual stock. Sorry, individual index fund. How about that?
Yeah. I just have it going all into either VT or the mutual fund equivalent. And I don't even. Basically, I set it up. And then I don't touch it after that. And I plan to not touch it, hopefully, for like 40 years.
Oh, my gosh.
I had a crazy experiment a few months ago with emerging markets. But, I felt like maybe I was overthinking things. I was trying to complicate things.
Oh, okay. Because I think I misrepeated that to someone else then. Because I said that you had a lot of exposure to emerging markets. Because I thought I remembered you doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I never said that I went back to VT. But I felt like. So yeah, it switched from VT just all into emerging markets, but I still kind of stand by that play, but I just had the thought that I was overthinking things, and I was trying to act smart, basically. Like I was like, oh, I have to change my investment so that I can be smart. And I thought that was kind of stupid, so I just went back to the kind of thing that I don't have to touch for the next 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, that's the easiest way. I think for most people, the simple approach is oftentimes the best approach. And like for most people, they should be focusing on, like we've always been talking about, focusing on growing other streams of income, and then trying to put as much money away and have
Drop
that money work for you.
shipping.
No, where's that coming from?
Well, that's what we always preach about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, people building their own PCs, yeah, do that. I'll build a new one in like 2 years.
I actually use the money I make from drop shipping to day trade, so it's all compounding.
All right, so gonna make a channel teaching. Yeah. Oh, Gil, definitely do that.
Oh, who just started a gaming YouTube channel? I could not. My fucking jaw dropped when I saw they started a YouTube channel.
Like in the investing space, and they went.
No. Somebody help me if y'all are
Oh, like a celebrity.
A celebrity of gaming, yeah.
Okay, so I still believe VU as long as the dollar is a world reserve currency. What are your thoughts? I mean, we've already talked about that in the past, and like, I mean, I didn't know Cole, you were VT all the way.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
but yeah, I mean, I agree with this, but like, because there's a meme that we shared in the Discord. It was about the dollar, right? And it was about like how the dollar, there's like a curve, right, of saying the dollar is okay, then the dollar's screwed in the middle, and then the dollar is okay in the other side. But yeah,
it was by the way, it was I hope I don't butcher his first name. It was Masahiro Sakurai. He created Kirby and Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
He just started a YouTube channel 2 weeks ago where he's making videos about game development and stuff, which I mean, that's crazy. The guy who made Smash Brothers is making YouTube videos about game design.
Well, I mean, that's good. If you can basically, after you're successful and you can just pass it forward, I guess, if you have the time, that's great. Cool. Is it like real good quality content in terms of game development? I don't know. And I mean, I'm asking you actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not knowledgeable enough to be able to grade it, but it's definitely a guy I would trust. So
with reputation. Thomas, you got work right now? I mean, probably in a different place of the world, or maybe you're doing a night shift somewhere. But yeah, have fun at work. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so as far as investing for me goes, I'm pretty much going to be doing the same. Probably just adding to. So I actually got a notice that one of the companies. One of the companies I sold recently for profit, Barbecue Holdings. I just got the notice in the mail that the company in question that's acquiring it wants basically to say, hey, you want to sell it? I was like, I'm already gone, bro. But of course, that was I think they're being acquired for $17.25. I never made a video on barbecue. And I'm talking about it now because the reason why I never made a video on them is they're really small market cap. Let me check out what size they are. But yeah, it was a nice little play, but they're gone now. Yeah, they're as far as market cap goes, let me find it right here. Yeah, $184 million. So that's why you never saw a video on barbecue. But you guys have probably seen it for a very long time in the portfolios on the speculative side. And it is gone now because they got acquired. They're a pretty good company for what it is they were doing in their size. They got acquired by a Canadian company. What's all that about? Right? Kingdom of Finance, you're out there.
How they talk, yeah.
And what is all that about?
So just see some people discussing. This is always an argument: is should you buy VU, VTI, or VT? The way I like to think about it is, nobody knows which of those 40 years from now. Nobody's going to know which one of those outperformed. So it's less important which one of those you choose, and more important that you put as much money into it as you can, whichever one you do choose, because that's one of those you can't control which one of those three outperforms each other, but you can control how much you invest.
Yeah. So it's all about the capital allocation, acquiring more capital, putting that capital to work, and also trying to be as tax efficient as possible.
It's all about the capital mindset,
That's actually the name. Yes. Hey, we're in the movie that named the movie. Yeah. Roll credits. Yeah. So what was I going to say? There was something I was going to repeat. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, no. I'm trying to find the name of the company that acquired them. I don't have the document right in front of me that has the name on it. I think I threw it away actually, but no, you can quickly find it. So it's Barbecue Holding, MTY Foods. MTY Foods. Never heard of them, by the way, until they acquired the company. So never heard. Then they're like, oh, we're acquiring your company. It's my company, obviously. Oh, by the way, the new phrase, by the way, because you know how Paul says 8 or 9 businesses upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm now going to say I have between 30 and 40 businesses in my computer. That's a good joke. It's a good joke. Come on.
It's a good joke. Yeah. What would you do if
I had to explain it, but
yeah, so at the two things I always put on a burger, maybe some people will disagree with me. The two things I have to have is mayonnaise and cheese. Those are the two toppings I have to have.
I'm just kidding.
I do have I bought the spicy barbecue sauce that I like, so I put that on there.
Spicy barbecue is pretty good.
Yeah, it's usually pretty plain Jane though.
Okay, you're like my wife. My wife likes it just very plain, just like the meat, the bread. That's it, done. And I'm just like, there's no cheese whatsoever.
I like cheese. I can't think of the last time I had a plain hamburger. I'm a huge fan of the cheeseburger. Great addition.
You know what I had today?
Cheeseburger.
Nope.
Little Caesars.
Come on, chicken. What kind of chicken?
Popeyes, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Don't say Popeyes. No, I told you Popeyes is too greasy for me. But Chick-fil-A. See, look, Michael Hills. I got 20 businesses in my computer because I've got Tycoon Caves. Oh, that's another one you can think of. Yeah, you see, look, I own approximately 7,400 businesses in VT. Yeah, you see, there you go. You just got your Chipotle. No, well, KFC is actually pretty good on the sandwich department. I think they're actually better than Popeyes.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? KFC?
KFC is better than Popeyes.
KFC is the worst chicken you can buy.
I don't know. Maybe it's the one by me that's just better.
Maybe, I guess. The ones around here suck.
Maybe I don't know. Oh, you're in Louisiana, isn't that where Popeyes
is from? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you got the OGs down there.
Yeah, it's also where Raising Cane's is from. I see people talking about Cane's. I went to the same college as the Raising Cane's guy.
Oh. I don't know if your microphone is off or on. He got so serious.
I think Scott hacked in. He's trying to stop you. Okay, now you're muted.
No, now you're muted now. So unmute yourself.
Guys,
how about now?
Yeah, now it's there you go.
Okay, now it's drama time, guys, I think.
Oh. The Drama King has arrived. Let's go.
So this is the Rube Rabble live stream. It's happening here.
What? Fabio, I want the ad revenue.
Oh, yeah, you can have all the ad revenue if you want. It's going to be like maybe $1.
Well, it doesn't, I mean...
I'll send you the Venmo request tomorrow.
It doesn't matter who gets the ad revenue. Y'all are both about to lose it in court.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like, I have a case, guys. I have a case.
Oh, yeah. I think both of y'all do.
Bro.
Sorry.
Strongman, maybe first of all, you can, because you just streamed yourself. Maybe you can catch us up on, you revealed your net worth.
Yeah, I'm richer than you, Cole.
It's true. I'd feel very bad for you if that was not true.
On YouTube, it's like, oh, show me the money. I mean, like, they're like, oh, you have all your money at Baba and you don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. You're a broke loser. It's like, oh, okay, I'll show you my portfolio. But I just want people to know that I have a little war chest set aside for people that want to defame my character.
Well, according to a comment you got, Chris, be prepared for the fight of your life. Scott's Pautastic company has more resources beyond your power.
I think that's trolling. Yeah, that's...
Man, if I really needed money, like I would work. I could work insane hours if I had to. I would do whatever I had to do to win something.
Yeah. Is that wow? he got a video out already?
I don't think that's true. I don't think he has a new video.
Yeah, I mean, he messaged me on Discord personally. Interesting.
Who did? Snot?
Yeah, he did.
What'd he say?
Well, do we really want to get into it now? I feel like that's going to be like something we keep on DL. But yeah, I don't know.
Fabio, your T. Okay, if it like could hurt your or whatever.
All right, up. So I'll send you the Venmo for this tomorrow.
Oh, Venmo's coming. Where's my phone at?
Right here, capital K. So spread the wealth, $1 each, and 99 cents for the lawsuit.
You know, the funny thing is, like, let's say, you know, it did come down to lawsuits. there's some big entities out there and individuals that aren't happy with that individual.
No, I mean it's because like it was all like I said in your live chat, it was all fun and games until like the commentary about the accusations on crime. That's when it got, you know, a little bit, it just changed the ball game, I think.
Look, the guy's a broke league. He has no money. Okay.
No, but like I was like kind of like, you know, in the in terms of like I was the enjoyer. But now like it seems like, you know, what do I do? Right? So do I just accept the defamation? Or, you know, I don't know. Like
Fabio, we can always combine net worths. I mean,
look,
we have a lot of financial resources behind us to, you know, fight against this slander, defamation, libel, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, like, and it's like, I mean, it's insane. I don't know.
Somebody asked for context. We were accused of sending threats to an individual and threatening their family and stalking them, which are very serious accusations to making it someone. Now, funnily, this person made fun of us for believing something without evidence, but then he didn't show any evidence of us threatening him or sending him. He claims he got several emails and but he didn't show any.
Well, I mean, like I said in my first live stream, I mean, we didn't even make dedicated videos about it because we were doing research. So, like, the fact that he made the video, like, oh, they fell for it, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I mean, we really didn't.
Yeah, Fabio, I don't know if you can pull up images, but basically, as this like mid Echo's live stream, I messaged Fabio and I said, "Hey, do you think that this is fake?" And the guy leaking it to us is Scott. And
we were already talking about it. That was the thing. So we have, yeah, I can show the image of the chat. All right, let me screenshot it.
He did get into. I'll give him props for he got into the Discord. So we thought there was a possibility it was a real leak, but we were not like hook, line, and sinker.
Well, there was also like the point where, so for some other context, so like someone dropping something like that, I told them not to put it in like general because general's public. And so there's a place where it's more dedicated to Everything Money. So it's a lot of Everything Money, former Everything Money people.
Yeah, we stalk them too.
Yeah, it's not. So it's just like it's. So I said like to the individuals, like, you know, don't put it there, put it in here because we don't know with a verification, verifiability that you basically would be posting that kind of document. And so, yeah, he posted it somewhere else. He never posted in the general because could have been bad information. But anyways, talking about this is actually like, let me show you what Cole sent. Or not Cole sent. This is basically a bit of our conversation. I just realized it has all these things.
Let me go close my cabinet. It's bothering me. You can see.
But yeah, as I pointed out on Strongman's stream, the reason so Scott was trying to egg Echoes on into posting a video about the accusations, and yeah, so there it is. Did the thought occur to you the leaker is Scott and it's fake? Yes, it has.
Oh, the time and date matter. So it's September 10th, 2022. That's today, but early in the morning when the Echoes live stream was going on.
But yeah, so basically the reason Scott made his video, Scott's plan was he was going to wait for Strongman and Echoes to put out a video. But when I got to like 5 p.m. and he saw that we hadn't uploaded videos yet, Scott was like, oh, they're actually going to verify this first.
Yeah.
And then if Scott didn't post anything, Echoes would make a video going, yeah, I researched this and none of this is true. So I think Scott like made a fake arrest mugshot and a fake restraining order. And Echoes, Scott would look like a dumbass. So Scott was like, oh shit, I have to, even though I haven't fooled them yet and they're researching this, I have to hurry up and make a video saying I fooled them before the truth can come out.
I mean, can you just imagine like how much of a psycho you have to be to go through those lengths to try to trick somebody into, you know, looking stupid on YouTube? Like that's to me, that's just an extreme level of desperation. That indicates to me this person will do whatever they have to do to make it big on YouTube.
Guys, I convinced 100 people that I had a restraining order for domestic abuse. I won. It's a weird trap.
Well, he apparently like that the individual went on and started giving it to people individually through email. Like just spreading it to everyone who wanted it via email. And I was like, all right, okay, because they were told don't post it in the general Discord. So yeah.
So you guys nervous? Y'all gonna go bankrupt?
No, not at all about that at all. No. So the only thing that I'm kind of irked about at this point is like the criminal allegations. That's pretty much like that's crossing a line, right? So there's a point where like, okay, it's fun drama here and there and stuff like that. And when he messaged me, I mean, if he's watching this, message me back, man. I know that you have to like add me or something. You got to message me back. I said, if there are specific posts by members that you wish to be deleted, it's a courtesy that everyone gets on the Discord, by the way. So if there's like something that you're like, okay, well, I don't want that necessarily about me. If you feel like it's offensive or whatever, you let the moderators know, and then they will delete it. Okay, because we have a pretty crazy bot, right? You could say, yeah. Cole. How many times have you been put in timeout?
7.
I had to pull Cole out of the pits of hell. I don't know how many times.
Cole getting in trouble? No way.
Oh yeah, but that's how it happens. So, yeah, 2 janitors and 1 Cole. Yeah, that's how it.
I mean, it's just weird because like if some rumor came out that I was like arrested for domestic abuse, I feel like most people would be like, "That doesn't sound like Cole. I should look into this." So
I like
the fact that Scott is bragging about how everyone believed that he hit his girlfriend. I don't like that's not a good look.
Yeah, I would have said, "Oh, I would have like if I was going to make something up, I would have said, "Oh, I got a DUI." Because that would have been like super hypocritical because he went after Kevin.
See, look,
everyone's because I beat my girlfriend, choked her.
Everyone's saying in the chat, we've really toned down the bot. But the thing is, to consideration, I've just gotten 1 new moderator. Okay, so previously, you understand, in order to kind of, because we don't want it to become a cesspit. Okay, so that's why we employ machine to help us. So it seems like I'll have to be a little bit more customizable with enforcement. But the thing is, I don't want the moderators to eventually become corrupted. Cole, you have that power. With great power comes with great responsibility.
Do you know what they call moderators on 4chan?
That's
janitors, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then the thing is, so I'm really busy, so I can't really moderate during the American hours. And then the other guy, he's in a whole different time zone, so he can't really moderate. He's in an EU time zone, so it's like a little bit whacked out. But yeah, so now you're going to be another one, and maybe I'll add like another slew of teammates to help out.
But
no, it's pretty easy. Like I think most people are very, very cordial.
That's true.
But yeah.
I mean, the only negative thing I've ever seen people in your Discord do is cyberstalk people, send death threat. That's the only negative thing I've ever seen.
That's the point where I have the main issue was that whole portion. And I
have zero faith that people in your Discord sent death threats to people.
Well, okay, the other, I mean. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I don't know if he actually said the word death. He might have just said threats. I don't.
Well, because the implication that the individual was making was that I'm the criminal. Right? Yeah, that's the implication. So,
I like to comment that somebody put on Scott's video. He said, "Hey Scott, if your family is in danger, shouldn't you call the police and not make YouTube videos about it?"
Yeah, I'm sure we're all gonna fly out to California and stalk Scott. We have so much time for that.
I mean that comment really pointed out that it's just for views for him. That's why he's trying to start this drama.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, like that at the end of the day is the part where I don't know if don't know if it's something to be just sad about. I don't know, but because I don't even know what to say. I don't know even know what to say. It's
I mean, I'm serious, Fabio. I mean, I don't think he has the resources or he's serious about a lawsuit. But if you're actually really pissed about this, and like I said, I downloaded that video he made about it 2 months ago where he made up like outright lies about me. I think we do have a case.
I mean, he's just going to move. He went from Meet Kevin to Tom Nash. I mean, he's just going to. I hope something happens because he's just going to keep moving. Once he can't get views from us, he's going to move to another YouTuber and try to blackmail them into stuff. So I hope something does stop this at some point.
No, he'll probably get 1 million subs.
It probably.
His channel's exploded, bro. He got like 3K subs.
Once he collabs with Mike Stathis, he's gonna skyrocket.
I'm still upset by that because I was genuinely looking forward to that, and like I didn't get what I was dreaming. Because the thing is, again, for some context, anyone watching, that was like a meme that someone made. Someone made this meme a while ago that there was going to be this legendary collaboration, and this was when the drama was starting to brew. And then they weren't even like talking or anything. Just someone made a meme. And then I was like, there's something like, it's like akin to meme magic at this point, because it's like the meme just like reality didn't shape, like the meme didn't predict reality. The meme reshaped reality into that it would happen. And then at the very last minute, it got ruined. So I was like,
someone just, I'm not a lawyer, so this is just me guessing. Some people in chat are saying, Did Scott like impersonate an officer by making fake mugshots and fake documents? If I had to guess,
there was a claim about something else where he worked.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he did claim to work for. Yeah, but as far as the documents, since he wasn't trying to like enforce the law against anyone, I don't think there's an issue with him making the fake documents. Maybe there is. I'm not a lawyer, but yeah, he did claim he worked for the police, so I don't know about that one.
Well, we should look into California laws, because he clearly said he catfished, and I know, I think some states actually have laws against that.
So I'll just say, for regards to action taken, we should not speak on it, because now it's entered into a more serious realm.
Gotcha. Yeah. I would
dude, you have to. Is there a way I can share my screen?
Yes.
I think so. Share at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fourth option.
Stupid, so. Wait, hold on a second.
He's never not been the host.
Yeah. He's used to the premium. I'm supposed to make all the money. What is this?
He's used to the premium.
All right, so this is the Penal Code of California law, false impersonation. So let's see. False impersonation is a crime involving the use of another person's name or identity to cause harm to that person or gain an improper benefit.
That is
I think all this. No, this is none of this is the stretch.
Law enforcement.
It's all a stretch.
Yeah.
The stuff that's like there's all right. Well, we shouldn't really.
I'm not a lawyer. That's just my speculation. You can close it.
Well, you need to hit stop sharing.
Oh, sure. But yeah, it just seems kind of weird to me. Like you can, create a create a fake document and then send it to people, something that seems legit. And then when they talk about it, it's like, oh, I made that up. You look stupid. And it harms the person's reputation and channel, which is a legitimate business. It doesn't seem right.
What I would give him props for is if the document actually is real and he faked us out into thinking he faked it, then I would give him props because he double got me,
That would be genius, but I don't think Scott is that smart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked how he said like we're in the middle of a live stream just like riffing about it at like 1 a.m. and Scott's like, they're morons. If they had cross-examined the case number and compared it with pictures of me from 6 years ago, they would have clearly. It's like we weren't investigating it at the time.
Well, his fans will still eat it up. So at the end of the day, there's some stupid people that watch YouTube.
No, that's what this whole thing. I mean, I don't know how many of those comments are from real people or from alt accounts, But yeah, this really opened my eyes to just how stupid their viewers on YouTube are.
Oh, no. I figured that out about a year and a half ago when I first started making videos.
Yeah. Yep, and that's well, I don't know, because like I have a pride for Capital Mindsets viewers, the comments and even in
They're
the
pretty
Discord
smart.
research. Yeah, like the research they do is for some of them are pretty insane. I mean, on another level. So even like the questions that a lot of them come up with, it's very, I think, very well informed. I think there's like there's a section of YouTube that's all about this, and I mean, they're well, I mean, troll communities have always been kind of like that, have they not? I mean, that was always the joke. That was the fun of it. It was toxic in some regards. So
I feel like I
Yeah.
have a lot of dumb subscribers. I'm not saying all of them are, but there's definitely the whole obsessed with whether me Kevin farted or not. There's a lot of that crowd on my channel. So I'm willing to call those people out and just have them go. It's like I'd rather just talk about stuff I want to instead of trying to appease them.
I'm down to invest in Tyson Foods.
No, well, I was pointing this out because no, Tyson Foods is it has been a pretty good company for like the past decade or so. So I don't know if Tyson Foods, it'd be funny, Tyson Industries brother, if you're actually representing or you work there maybe. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. I mean, good company, I'll say that. Yep. The document is obviously fakes because it means he had. Oh my god, that is such a rip. Oh my gosh.
What else is there to talk? I'm already bored. What else?
Well, I mean, because I'm being the killjoy. I'm preventing the
cool.
discourse on it. But
what's wrong with you, man? I'm here for drama.
Well, okay, fine. Let loose. I'll be on the.
Yeah, Echoes has been busy with. He has like girlfriend stuff to attend to. That's why I can't be at the stream.
Yeah, I was actually out all day. We actually dropped the kids off with the in-laws, or my in-laws, and then we went out. We had some B-dubs, went to a bookstore.
I used to work at B-dubs. It's fun.
You still do.
I still do. Yeah, that's true. I'm actually a janitor there.
That's like the lore of YouTube is just stacking up and it's getting larger and larger and larger and larger.
I think it's almost bad. There's like I made a joke the other day, and it's something that like 2 people in your Discord would get because it was such a niche reference. So that.
Sorry. No, this is absolutely true.
You prefer genuine? Yes.
Genuine viewer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. But I think that's Capital Mindset. Like 99% of the viewers here are like that. I think even like at one point, I'll tell you, like there been some viewers that were like not, but then they like converted and they kind of became. I can name some of them by name. I won't
call them out. Let's go.
All right, so there was one. Well, how about I tell the initials? Right, I'll say the initials, and as far as I'll go, because I'll know who I'm talking about. But if I recall, about a year ago, there was someone with the initials of CF, and they were pretty much like not a fan, you could say. And they eventually like actually came around, and I think now they're one of they're pretty good. Adam Nash, pretty good. Except for the one individual, but pretty good. And then so we'll see. But doing them in 3 weeks has been. So I have just a couple more to go now. Just two in total.
Hey, Fabio, I have tutoring services if you're interested.
That's okay. That's the other thing I wanted to say. I wanted to come on yesterday, but I didn't have time. So the individual criticizing for that, I was just like, I would have been like, I'm gonna contract Chris here to tutor me in CPA, because obviously, like I was explaining this to Cole. So if you're like a CPA and you're trying to discuss, accounting, and you're doing like like let's say you're talking to someone who doesn't know even the lick of an accounting, you can't explain all of accounting to them in an hour. It's not going to even be feasible. It's going to be something that they progress over time. And then like the tutoring, it cannot be when you're basically like basically a CPA talking about accounting to other individuals. You can't expect to come out of the 1 hour and be like, oh, I'm just blah, 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 and then call it okay, therefore it's a grift, right? Yeah.
Wait, is somebody saying accounting is a grift? Oh, was it the dude I was debating?
Yeah, the dude you were debating.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's saying,
like,
everything I do is a grift. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Which the argument on like I was talking with Cole, I think there are other individuals of who shall be remain unnamed now, that have all the affiliate links in their description, unironically. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, the classic. Write it down. Slams desk. Yeah, that's another. That's add that to the lore.
If I remember what that guy was arguing with you about, he mentioned how you're advertising the Sprytech pants. They're around like $100. I think he said not all of your viewers can afford to drop $100 on a pair of pants, but you do have viewers that can, and that's what the point of an ad is that the people who want to buy it will buy it.
He was stretching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's some people.
And I mean,
no matter what you do, it's a grift. Accounting's a grift. Taxes are a grift. Everything's a freaking.
It's pretty easy to stretch when you're wearing your Sprytech pants. I mean, those things are flexible.
Hey, they're nice pants, man. I'm going on a hiking trip in October, and I will be wearing my Sprytechs.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. You were talking about how if you give a product and you receive a product, it's fine. Now, like something where we like, for example, Everything Money. I don't think my criticism is not ever on their software. We can debate about the quality of the software, etc. That's a different discussion. Which, by the way, investing sucks. Eric, he did a fantastic video on the returns over time. Fun fact.
He back tested stocks that passed the 8 pillars, I think.
Yeah, he did. And it was interesting to see the results. They did not perform well at all when compared to a broadly diversified index fund. At all. Yeah. Fun fact, Chris. There you go. No, you should watch his video, shout him out, and then refer to him as like basically your source of study as to
Is he
why.
like Canadian or something though?
Yeah, he's Canadian. Because he's Canadian, you can't really. Yeah.
I don't really associate with those types.
Yeah. We got some Canadians.
I like Eric. I mean, obviously he's it sounds like he's focusing on his career, which is fine because I think he used to post a lot more, but now he's really slowing down. But it is a great channel. I mean, he's basically like you in Canadian form.
Well, I'm basically almost at the same. Well, have been at the same point in terms of slowdown. I've been only filming on Sundays, and then I film an array of videos, and then I let them go. I have not been filming on like, I'm going to make a video today. I'm going to film today and release it. I haven't been able to do that at all. Like, because I've been so mentally drained with CPA. So mentally.
How much time are you putting into your videos? Like, do you how much research are you doing beforehand?
So I try to do as much as I can where it's not, let's face it, EM level. So I'd say that depending on, if it's a stock I was actually investing in, I would do a decent amount more research. Like it's enough that I would be willing to invest in that same company. I would do the same research that would cause me to say, I want to invest in that company. So I would try my best to summarize that in a shorter form video, just so I didn't spend, over an hour doing a video on that same company. Because I remember like in the past when I had more time, I would not shy away from doing an hour-long video here and there on a company, 40-minute long video on one company. Some people's 40-minute long videos is like a montage of stocks that they're talking about, or even a live stream. So yeah. Those days, 10 viewers. Yeah, those were the OG days.
I can't believe Texas A&M lost to Appalachian State.
I don't know what you're talking about. I watched the New York Dolphins against score a hole in one against the against Nadal.
It's a really funny joke.
Yeah,
I don't watch sports.
Yeah, that was a joke. Oh. you misname teams and then you misname scoring adjectives, and just mix everything around. Kazmat on Kevin Holland winning. Oh, okay. It's just transforming. Well, I think there's someone who has that fantasy company. Was that what was Everything Money's? Well, it's like a subsidiary of theirs. It's like of
Everything Money.
Yeah. Well, it's a subsidiary of Crossroads Group. Which someone mentioned, by the way, Crossroads Group having 100 million in assets. That's not that big of a deal. I think someone actually pointed this out because it's not that big of a deal if you have a ton of leverage. Because a lot of Dynasty owner. Thank you, Bacon. Bacon is like an expert on Everything Money. My gosh. Yeah. Oh, also one other thing. It's also interesting to note how many veterans are CM and I think strongman fans.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how many people.
Oh.
It's crazy how many people will sweep up on a ship and then claim that they're veterans.
Wait, someone did that actually?
Yeah, I mean these assholes. They spend like a month being a janitor for some
Okay.
battalion
Yeah.
or something.
Well,
and then they
for
walk
the
into
Air Force.
Applebee's demanding a discount.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
Air
that's
Force.
not even as bad as ROTC, like JROTC cadets from high school.
Yeah,
They'll wear their uniforms on Veterans Day, and then they'll go to like Applebee's and get their free meal. I'm like, please, you guys are in freaking high school. Just stop.
Football. It's week 1, everybody.
Oh yeah, they do that at like yeah. I never had a wait. What? Tom Brady's wife wants a divorce?
I heard they got into a fight like 3 days ago.
What?
They
I heard
like,
they got into a fight 3 days ago.
No, that's serious. Like 3 days ago, I read that they were like one of them like went go stay the night at like a different house because they got into a fight or something.
Well, just their other house down the street.
Yeah, their other house.
Their other house is just down the street.
Well, this article I says they're working through things. They're considering divorce, but I don't think they are getting divorced.
Welcome to Dynasty Football. It's week 1, everybody.
Oh yeah, who sent that? Someone sent me that. Was that you, Cole?
No, I think it was Julius.
Yeah.
Have you seen this clip, Strongman? I bet you haven't because you don't really use Discord. Is this
I'm there all the time. I'm lurking.
I'm lurking.
you're stalking?
No,
So
well, we can see when you're
snapshots
lurking.
of when you guys stalk me.
No, this I guess it's one of Everything Money's businesses. They're like fantasy football thing. They're doing like their week 1 podcast, and I guess the guy who's the host of the show, he's like, the show starts and he's like, "It's week 1, everybody!" And like his voice is like cracking, and it was just funny to watch. My son is in the Marines. The running joke is when people say "thank you for your service," they come back with "I clean toilets."
I mean, it is true. You do clean toilets. Well, I haven't personally done that because
so
I was an officer.
I'm being told to let you guys know that in fact, since just Giselle is apparently wealthier than Tom Brady.
Yeah, we knew that. That's common knowledge, Fabio.
As they say, it's common knowledge.
I'm actually on the Discord right now. I haven't been on here in a while. What juicy gossip is going on here?
Everything you know about already. But yeah, no, a lot of people, it's the stupidest criticism. People are like, oh, the only reason Tom Brady won all these Super Bowls is because his wife is rich, so he could take lower contracts.
Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. They just sent me the actual clip that you were saying. It's week 1, everybody.
Yeah. Strongman, you just got added for if you want to watch the
Dynasty Football. It's week 1, everybody.
Yeah, that's it.
That is fun. That's funny.
And this is a subsidiary, like one of Paul's businesses.
Yeah, bro, this is not old news.
It's one of 8 or 9 businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shows how much I care about the Discord. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could spend more time there, but
yeah.
It's week 1, everybody.
She actually likes Giselle. I think my wife's a big fan of Giselle because she's Brazilian and. Oh my God.
But he's also like 44 years old, JP. Most of his contracts, he was like the highest paid quarterback when he signed it.
True.
And also, once again, nobody needs $30 million. All of those quarterbacks could take smaller contracts.
What are you trying to say, Cole? Are you trying to take half their stuff?
I am, yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Would it be better served by the people?
I'm not necessarily criticizing them. But if all these all-stars, because it's super easy to get around the salary cap issue, if all these superstars just said, hey, we're going to take the minimum, then you could have like all the best players on one team and they could win a Super Bowl. But a player would rather make $30 million and lose than make $20 million and win, which seems like at some point, you want to be rich and also have a Super Bowl ring to show for it.
Master Dr. Cole is a commie. He's high key.
I want to announce right here on stream that I am a communist.
Did you know Giselle was associated with FTX?
Oh, there you go.
I believe it, but I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm reading a Vogue article now.
Oh, do you know who FTX, their most recent partnership? You know what business they just partnered with?
What? Vanguard?
GameStop, bro. GameStop and FTX have a partnership.
Oh, wow. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, FTX, according to, I think, older videos about sponsors talking about it, it's 50K, right? I think even Tom said that.
Yeah,
Tom for bigger YouTubers, it's got to be more. I bet you some people are pulling in 100K a month.
So Master Doctor points out that Tom Brady also did a crypto ad as well. So people saying Giselle, all these people. Yeah, I mean, like, look, guys, you understand like what kind of money they're probably offering these people?
Yeah.
Not good. I mean, like, I don't know why they would want to do that, considering that their station is already really well. It's really
Tom
good.
Brady did a Hertz commercial.
You know what? I think this is the answer. The answer is it doesn't necessarily matter all that much. So they understand that, you know, the people are say whatever, but yeah, they're more or less forgetful. People are very forgetful about things. I think that's more like the moral of this story, the sad moral of the story. Skybridge Capital. I mean, aren't they buying? First of all, I think they were buying everyone in the space of crypto. Pretty sure. Like they did some deal with Voyager. Remember that Voyager Digital? Oh.
Yeah.
Gosh, I forgot that existed.
Whatever happened to those people's money? Have they?
It's honestly might take like a decade before that all gets sorted out.
No, guys, you guys missed out. Some of the people deleted their comments. So I had a video on Voyager saying that, you know, you got to be careful with the counterparty risk, and that you may not even be able to get your money out when things go bad. And I had comments saying that will never happen. Some of them are still on that video. It's like over an hour long. I go over their earnings report, go over some of their financials, kind of showcase like some of the key points as to why it is that they're above the average risk.
I mean, like the obvious issue was the high interest rates. I knew right off the bat there's some kind of shenanigans going on. There's no way this company is gonna be able to survive.
I don't think people understand interest rates as far as like they think. I don't think they understood that FTX had to earn money to pay the interest. They thought FTX just like generated the interest out of thin air.
Well, I guess with crypto, you could potentially do that. You know,
yeah,
I'll give you more of my own tokens.
Yeah, I know some coins pay that. Yeah,
but they were paying interest on a bunch of different tokens.
I have a super serial question. I got to get there. So, yeah. So right here, hey Fabio, I have two questions. How can you go over what is funds from See, I can't even read. Can you go over what is funds from operations, FFO? How is it different from cash flows from operations? And so it's very similar to cash flows from operations, but basically what you have to take into account is, well, unless you want to doing adjusted funds from operations, but funds from operations or cash flows from operations is, you know, netting out all the non-cash expenses, making sure that basically it's all just cash coming in from the operating portion of the business. What you also have in funds from operations is, you know, you start off with the same amount net income, but you just include the depreciation. You also include the gain. I think it's also net of depreciating because you don't want to do that with also. I think I'm not sure if you include the property sales in FFO or AFFO. I don't have the formula in front of me, but for the most part, it doesn't include any other of these minute things. It's basically just having to do with the real estate. So that's FFO. And then AFFO, I think, also includes rent increases, stuff like that. And then, so to answer your second question, I would have probably more detail because we'd go over like the formula line by line. But you could probably put them next to each other. But just for the gist, cash flows from operations for a normal C Corp is going to be from their operations, where there's going to be a variety of other things that are included in that, while in FFO, it's not going to be included in that because it's just real estate focus. So buybacks are similar to throwing cash in the fire if they're executed poorly. In other words, if you take a buyback, you buy back your stock at unfavorable prices, you know, a little caveat star on that as to that's subjective. That's like throwing money in the fire. Not that all the time. So I want to be clear on that because I think I saw your question, but I was so busy. I didn't have time to answer. So it's great you came on and asked. That's what these are for. That's the answer to question number 2. Not always. A little bit more nuanced.
What was that bed? I actually did a video about it. That's like a perfect example. It's like they make, Sleep Number.
Yep. That's another one I have a video on, but it never came out.
Yeah, they were doing buybacks, I think, when their stock ran up massively.
Mhm.
Like, that's just a perfect example of them buying back shares at a ludicrous price.
Hey, no worries, man.
Somebody linked the as Master Doctor actually in the Discord. He linked it was Giselle and Tom Brady together. They were in their house, being like, they're like, "Oh, did you hear about this new FTX?" And then it's a minute of them calling everybody they know, convincing them to download FTX, and like one of them, Tom calls. I guess it's somebody who works with the Patriots. Maybe Tom calls the guy, and the guy answers. He's like, "Hey, Tom, doggy coin." That's a scene that they wrote into the FTX commercial. It looked pretty stupid. And there was a guy. I don't know why I don't know if it's somebody of importance. They called somebody like making burgers at like a truck, like a food truck, and he gets the call about FTX. He's like, "I'm in." And he looks at his boss. He's like, "I quit." So I guess if you download FTX, you can quit your job.
See, that's so we obviously know who that's targeting. Can't be more obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's less informed, less educated people in finance.
It was like I remember the first Robin Hood commercial I ever saw. I want to say it was like 2016 or so. It was you guys probably remember this ad, just the chat in general, because it was all over YouTube. It was a young kid, probably 18 or so, stocking shelves at the grocery store, and then it was almost like a Jeremy kind of story. I think he saw what he had to restock the most often, and pulled up Robinhood, and he buys the stock of what all the people are buying. I
That is a perfect representation of a Robinhood investor.
I got spammed that ad on YouTube like 6 years ago.
I bet you downloaded it right after you saw that, didn't you?
No, I didn't download it until 2020 when I heard about the stimulus checks, and I knew that now was the time to get in.
Steamy checks.
Yeah. Robinhood was like, it's always like a good starter place, if anything, but there's so many better brokers out there that offer a lot more tools for what it is that you get. I mean, they were at least the pioneer in that space. And if you were using it strictly for, responsible investing, like use it to buy index funds, like how are they necessarily screwing you if you're dollar cost averaging in index funds?
Well, because they
don't have retirement accounts at the time, but
whenever you go to buy a stock on Robinhood, they route your order through the dark pools where the hedge funds control it, and you lose money.
Cowboy Mindset, you promised to talk about Robinhood stock? Did I actually? Oh, no.
There was a rumor FTX was taking Robinhood private or something, but nothing ever. I think it was just a rumor. Nothing happened with that.
First of all, what is there to talk about Robinhood stock? It's a clown stock.
Andre Jitt keeps his entire dividend portfolio on Robinhood.
There was a thesis, because I think Jeremy brought it up. There was a thesis about, okay, well, Robinhood has all this cash on the balance sheet, and therefore, it must be great.
I have this business that's losing money hand over fist, but I have cash on my balance sheet, bro. You should invest in Strongman.
There you go. See, are you selling shares?
I got cash, bro.
Strongman Inc. or what is the end abbreviation for you? LLC?
Oh
Inc.
God,
Partnership.
I have to think about that one.
Limited. Well, it's not
maybe FU or something like that.
FU. So. Oh, you keep asking about that, Keithan.
Actually, I just learned the most interesting thing this week. You guys know the website Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Is it like a Zoomer website?
Well, it's live. It's basically YouTube, but just for like live streaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found it. So the website name is twitch.tv. I just found out that .tv is the country domain name for the country of Tuvalu, which is a very small country. I think with like 50,000 people. I'm sorry, it's a island nation of 11,000 people. There's only 11,000 people in this country, but 10% of their GDP comes from renting out the rights, the .tv web domain, which is obviously Twitch is the most popular version. So I thought that was cool that 10% of a country's GDP comes from them having .tv as their country name for websites.
What country again? One more time is that?
Tuvalu.
Like, all right, fun fact of the week, of the month, honestly, for me. We have a question about internships. All right, so Lord Slayer, opinion. Opinion: doing internship for business valuation instead of something more general like tax accounting.
Is that for me?
I guess for all of us. I
It's
mean,
not for
depends
me.
on what
What's your
you want to
opinion,
do.
Cole? I want to hear Cole's opinion first.
So you want to know my opinion on doing an internship for business valuation instead of something more general like tax accounting? I mean,
What do you want to do?
Do it.
Do you want to go into tax?
Oh, look, I'll say I think I even made I like this quote so much I made it a community post on my YouTube. If you're ever choosing between two things, take a coin and say, okay, heads I do this, tails I do this. Flip it, and then once the coin is in the air, whatever you're hoping it lands on, that's the one you should go with. I thought that was a cool way to think about, figure out what because you have to. Your brain is going to say, please land on so and so, and that way
That's
you'll
how I
know.
determine whether I want to wipe my butt or not. I flip a coin.
Well, come on, Chris.
Sometimes you don't. There are times you do not.
Well, we didn't have a choice when COVID hit.
No, I was watching this YouTuber and he was like, "Hey, it's coming. You should stock up." And then I saw there was like one or two cases in every state, and I was like, "Okay, this stuff is this thing is coming." So I went ahead and got like 3 massive rolls of toilet paper right before all the.
Well, I luckily live by myself and shop at Costco, so I just naturally have like an 8-month supply at any one time. So I was set.
Yeah.
So I was selling them on Amazon for $50 a roll. So.
Oh, to answer the question, I would do the tax. I mean, go to something broad and just get general knowledge, and then eventually, if you want to branch out and specify later, or be more specialized, then you can do that. But I would get the broad knowledge first, and then go from there.
Would you like to learn a little interesting psychology lesson?
Sure.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. So there's a painting class for like drawing paintings and stuff. And for their final assignment, the teacher had them make 2 paintings. And then they had to make a choice. So one of the 2 paintings they made for their final assignment, one of them had to stay at the class as like an exhibit to show people. And then the other one they got to take home. So you had to make a choice. Like, which one do you want to keep at your house at all times? Probably your favorite. So half the people, they told them, whatever, your decision's final. So you can never get the other painting back. It's ours. So you have to make a solid decision. And then the other half of the class, they told them, hey, you can change your mind at any time. So like and you can change your mind multiple times. So like tomorrow you can come back and say you want to swap the paintings. A year from now, you can say you want to swap the paintings. The decision's never final. What they found was the people where because you think you would want that option because you can change your mind later. But the people where the decision was final, you had to, whatever painting you picked, you had to keep it forever. They were far, far happier with their choice just because it was final. So basically their brain had to convince themselves that they made the right choice because they couldn't swap it even if they wanted it to. But the people who had the choice to swap it whenever they wanted, they were much, much less happy with their choice because they were constantly second guessing whether they should swap for the other one or not. So basically, whatever you do, whatever decision you make about your internship thing, just be final about it. Say there's no going back, and you will be happy with your choice.
Or do tax,
just like my wife. No, that is kind of why people are happier once they get married. Sometimes, not every time. But once you
what are you talking about?
Once you know you can't just break up, and it's a little more difficult than that. You'll get through more difficult little patches. So I
Tyson Foods is not like Tyson and they both have a itch against you.
Cole's got some dedicated haters, man.
Oh, I blocked them, so I don't see the comments unless you put them up.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh.
You got to embrace the hate, Cole.
No, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this. I have so much stuff I have to invest in and think about. I don't have time for the
Tyson Foods, Tyson Industries. Be nicer. How about that? Yeah.
Sasha joined and left the Discord in 2 minutes.
How do you know he joined and left?
Oh, he's now has elite powers.
Why don't I have elite powers?
I don't give you elite powers.
You don't know how Discord works. You're gonna break
Yeah,
it.
you don't even know how Discord works. How are you gonna know what to do with the elite?
Okay,
powers?
I know how to open it and type it.
All right, there you go. I'll give you elite powers because you asked. Just say
You're gonna wake up tomorrow. It's gonna be deleted. Oops.
Yeah. Well, not mega elite powers. I'll give you like just under that.
I want all the. I want to be a god.
All right. So
anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna check out. But
put a comment in. Make it easy for me to find you. I don't want to search you up.
You don't have me on speed dial?
No, I have to search you up manually. I want to do that.
All right, I'm gonna post in dividend investing because that's my favorite form of investing.
Oh, he's posting in the deluxe. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you're about to be souped up now.
Ooh. Oh, it just changed to purple. That's so cool.
I'm colorblind. I thought it was like a dark blue.
Are you really colorblind?
Yeah, certain colors. It's I can see like, so if you're asking or you're thinking about, okay, how does he drive? When I see lights when I'm driving, the green light looks white, the red light looks red, and the yellow light looks yellow. It's just the green light looks white. When I put on the color blind glasses, I can see that the white light is green. I can see it very green, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So you're a danger.
I'm a danger to society. Yes. That's
well,
why I don't.
Fabio, if you're colorblind, that's just something else you have that's different than Scott.
Explain, Cole. You can't.
Well, that guy can definitely see color, and there's some that he hates. So.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
Cool.
To
all right,
answer,
guys, I'm gonna head out. You guys
all
have
right,
a wonderful
man.
night. Drama's the future. Cheers.
All right, so Capital Mindset, is Adidas now at a good enough price for you? Before the latest drop, you commented that the price was too high. I mean, I haven't been able to really look at it as in depth as you might think. I've been really busy, but I think it was pretty high last time I checked. And even though it did actually fall, or are you talking about like a while ago? Because if it's a while ago, I don't even remember commenting on it.
I want to clarify because I've already posted this to my community tab because it's bothered me that much. Scott linked Echo's channel to his viewers, told them to go watch the video. Within minutes of Scott sending his viewers to Echo's channel, there were 2 comments. One was lol 84 IQ baboon, and then this is all you need to know about basketball Americans. That's not acceptable.
Yeah. That was on Echo's.
That was on Echo's video right after Scott linked it to his viewers.
Wow.
It was one guy. I'll say that. He had lots of viewers, and that was only one guy. But that was, I mean, that goddamn. Within minutes.
It was at 160 euros when I last commented. Yeah, that's
right, peace out,
a while ago. Oh, who did you say? Peace out, JP?
Yeah, JP said he had to go.
Oh, yeah. No, JP's working on his Canadian CPA. Wow, that was a long time ago. If I commented when it was at 160.
You know what's crazy is that it's actually called a CCPA because it's a Canadian certified public accountant.
I don't know what it's called over there. I'm not sure it's called the CPA over there. I would attend, but rather go to Vegas. Yeah, okay. If we were to do that, we would do it in Vegas. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Literally every single person that's ever been on Strongman's channel lives on the East Coast, but we would go to Vegas.
Oh, 100%. Vegas would be the spot, and it'd be interesting to see everyone in person, what everyone kind of looks like.
We should go to Ontario,
Canada.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. I mean, if we go to Vegas, we play poker. Oh my gosh, like the utmost degeneracy what compared to how we all invest. We just go and just play poker.
Apparently it means chartered is what CPA means.
Wait, Lincoln Vu, is that actually true? My gosh, that's terrible.
What?
I don't even want to put that up, that comment. I don't want to put it up.
I don't know that. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that sounds right. Yeah.
My gosh, that's insane. Yeah, it's CPA, chartered professional. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's very similar. Now I'm gone. Okay. No, good luck with that, man, JP. I hope it's you pass all of them. Go to Ontario, California. Vegas is for poor parties. Oh, pool parties. My gosh, see, I can't read. Pool
God damn,
parties.
dude.
I'm sorry, it was a slip up. Adam Nash, betting in Vegas is better than investing in crypto. Probably. That's what Adam Nash says here. Yeah. We can all go to Rick's Cabaret. Yeah, we got to support JC on that.
I'm sick of this Adam Nash guy. Guys, his real name is Adamer Nash. I'm tired of the truth not being out there.
Yo, you ousted him.
Yeah. Lives
yeah.
in Atlanta.
Vegas is too far, not old enough, unfortunately. Oh, well, Catherine, if you're too old for that, it's okay. It's okay. One day, because Capital Mindset will probably be around for a long time. Long time. You know, it's a hobby. We have fun. Scott, don't. Oh, hey man, I passed far. That's what makes me credible. Yeah. Well, you passed far with the score you got. That was a good score. I mean, I don't know with the CPA, man. Oh, it's nuts. It is nuts. It is nuts. And doing it in 3 weeks is even more nuts. I'll tell you that. I keep complaining about it because it's terrible.
That is the first time in like 2 months I've heard capybara.
Oh, capybara, because I promised bacon memes. If I don't even know how I'm going to do that. If I somehow achieved or got to 100K, that I would get capybaras, and I would dress up like a capybara, because he loves capybaras. He's been in love with capybaras for a long time now. He's been all about the capybara live streams. No, Adam, no. I've not passed all the exams. No, but I'm basically complaining on how tough it was, because it was being pushed through by, around 3 weeks at a time, which was nice. But yeah, no, we're not done yet.
Dude, how strong do you think True Ultra Instinct Vegito is?
I don't know what that is.
Well, I guess you need to go subscribe to Seth the Programmer, dude.
Seth the Programmer?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. So this was supposed to be this. I won't be on for much longer, but this is actually what this live stream is supposed to be all about.
Oh yeah, the subscribers.
Wait, I can put myself in timeout. Let me go here. Let me go to my channel. Video on. So let's review the rules here. So video on, and let's see. Everyone who's in chat, please be respectful towards the guest. And yeah, that's basically all the rules. So I just pinned it. So hopefully it's pinned.
It is. It's pinned.
All right, cool. So anyone who wants to hop on, you're more than welcome to hop on. Doesn't matter who you are, you can come on. Camera on, by the way. So let's see here. Any updates on your portfolio? Not yet, because I've just been, just getting through this grind right now, and then we can kind of recover mentally and come back to it. Meet up in Miami Beach to prove Cole's numbers. Adam Nash.
I've made this public before. I'll reiterate. I'm racist, but towards white people.
My gosh.
Which technically is not even racist, because
depends on what school of thought.
Well, yeah, white people are in control of the power systems in America, so it's not even racism.
Someone is in the waiting room. You must turn on your camera. I know that you can hear me if you're in the waiting room, so just turn on your camera, verify, and then I'll let you on. Right now, your camera is off. I won't name you outwardly, but anyone can make the name, but it doesn't matter. You can name yourself whatever you want, but yeah, just camera on.
Fabio, did you know the richest person in human history was African?
Who? What's the name?
God damn it! You're making me look racist because I don't know the guy's name right off of the back of my head.
Look at this guy. He doesn't even know. He doesn't know the guy's name. Uneducated. I thought, okay, I know up there is like Julius Caesar. Mansa Musa.
Yeah, Mansa Musa. Yep.
There you go. You're so uneducated.
Followed by Barack Obama. Yeah. As chat said.
Followed by Barack Obama. Oh my gosh. It's all about MKL, Markel Corporation, not MLK, Markel.
His net worth was $400 billion.
400.
Yeah, let's just say you could buy a couple tattooed chef with that.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone in chat, give a shout out to K-Man. He just knew that. That's pretty impressive.
yeah. No, I don't. Well, you see, you don't know. You keep calling him K-Man, and it confuses me. It's not K-Man.
You take out the Ethan Raw part.
All right. Wait, hold on.
This is the worst subscriber Q&A ever.
Yeah, I know. Well, we have someone in there. He's just not turning on the camera. As soon as he turns on the camera, he's more than welcome to come on. I don't know if he's trying to set up the camera right now, and that's what's going on.
Even if he's like jerking it.
Oh no. That's why the camera needs to be on, is to make sure.
Okay. You made it sound like if he turned the camera on and he was jerking it, you would still bring him on.
In fact, I don't have a camera. All right, so you're gonna come on, and Adam, and yeah, Adam, you're on.
All right, awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wow, I was not expecting that voice quality with the supposed lack of camera.
He's got a nice microphone there.
Yeah, it's just a regular HyperX headset. But actually, I was just wanted to talk to you about kind of your experience with the CPA exam. Like, how has it been for you so far? And like, how many parts have you completed so far?
So I just completed the third part.
Okay.
And so it's so far audit, reg, and FAR, and then BEC is the next one. So,
Oh, fantastic. See, I'm waiting till the 14th for my scores for audit. So I took mine on the 1st, and to be quite honest, I have Becker, and the test was not what I was expecting. It was not where it should have been. Like, it just was harder than the Becker material, but I'm not sure what you use.
I use Becker as well. So I'm using Becker, and there's actually some pretty good resources that were shared to me more recently. Some additional information that you could spend, like, it's around like $600. You could use Farhat. Some people like Farhat. Just depends on who you really like to use. Farhat, I saw his monthly subscription. This other guy, you can buy the individual exams. So if you already taken some of the exams, you don't have to.
Is it the I-75?
I think so. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, that was typical.
So that's for just additional lecture, because Becker's lectures are kind of lacking, in my opinion. I think everyone has that same opinion.
Oof.
But yeah, I'm surprised. So you said it was more difficult. Was it maybe because it was on material that you kind of skimmed? Like, okay, which exam did you take?
It was audit. I'd already passed FAR, so you know how everything just kind of commingles. They always recommend for you to finish FAR right away, like first one. And it actually took me 6 months to do, because I had left public and started doing private, just private accounting at a regular corporation. And I was like, I guess it just getting out of college and not really understand public accounting. And then, it just took me a long time to actually pass FAR. So, and I did pass it first time. It was, yes, with a solid 79, but passing it is fine.
Hey, pass.
Yeah, that's what it was. Probably my biggest issue with the test, besides governmental, was just leases, and lessee was just horrible.
Oh, so. Leases are notorious, man. Yeah. I didn't get any sims on leases, thank God. The sims. But audit, they say audit, the Becker curve is far less. I think it's like 5 points.
Well, I'll take that. Honestly, I'll take that. It was just with my exam, it just was not the same as the material. It was just more convoluted on a question by question basis. So at least that was mine. It was just like, go ahead.
No, are you taking reg soon?
Well, once the 14th hits and I get my scores back, then I'll just hit the ground running for reg.
So obviously I can't discuss specific questions on the exam, but sure. As far as what was on there in terms of like quantity material, when you'll see in Becker is that they only have one section dedicated to S corporations for regulation.
Right.
If I told you how many of the sims were based off of S corps, it was, I think, most of them. So,
Oh,
so
okay.
I
Oh,
was so
geez.
lucky that I was talking to a subscriber who had recently done the reg exam, and they said don't not study S corps, even though it's a small size. Make sure to review that, and I did. So I spent good 3 or 4 days just going through all of the material again in different simulations, and then focusing hard on S corps. Just because first time around I kind of skimmed through S corps because it was so small, and even the instructors during the lecture were like, "Yeah, don't focus too much on S corps. It's very lightly tested." I was like,
Yeah. Well,
after getting out of
oops.
that, I was like, "Oops."
Yep.
Yeah.
That's. I was lied to.
Yeah, no, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad had I said, "Oh yeah, just S corps lightly tested, not really going to focus on that." No, S corps was like more than half at that. I don't really know how. I forget how many questions were dedicated to it, but as far as simulations, it was a huge chunk. I was like, wow. And then there was, I mean, typical, like it is true. Like for example, yeah, like I don't know what your experience in FAR, but for my FAR, a lot of the MCQs were government and nonprofit. A lot were in government nonprofit. I don't know if that was for you too. You lost that.
Fabio, how do you feel about your precious Florida Gators losing to the Kentucky Wildcats?
Great. I'm a Gators fan. Totally. All right. I'm going to bring on another guest here. He's been waiting. Oh,
Bump boom boom bump boom.
Okay, Bacon. So you said you needed you just finished a date about a week ago, but you haven't heard back, and you wanted some advice on how to reach out.
Yes. This is financial advice and dating advice.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you're gonna want to send her a hey with a smiley face. Fabio, what is smiley face coming on too strong? What do you think, Fabio?
Random smiley face? No.
No. Hey, smiley face. Hey,
oh, hey, smiley face. I mean, are you guys already in conversation with each other?
No. It's I think it's just usual Discord spam emojis that I do.
So, I mean, if you guys were already in conversation, I'd say yes, but you gotta ease it on, more casual, and then maybe come on to it. But I could be wrong. I'm not.
Okay, Fabio. So Bacon is looking at taking out $50,000 HELOC to renovate his townhome. What do you think about that? At current interest rates.
Wait, sorry.
Oh, time's up on that one. Looks like we're going to our bonus round. Bacon,
bonus round.
I see you're driving.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm gonna pick up someone, so here we are. I am parked. No. Just my brother from work.
Can't believe this guy. So you've been watching Fabio for over a year now, and your family still has to work.
I haven't been on for a year, but it will be soon. I think this channel will be almost a year old.
Yeah.
All right, let me. I'm setting up something on this side. Where is he? Where's Mr. There he is. All right, cool.
Okay, and Bacon has been connected to StreamYard for over 60 seconds, which means we now have his IP address, and we'll be sending our Discord after him any second now.
It's funny because I'm on my phone, obviously, but
I don't know how phone IPs work. This guy's trying to flex on me.
Yeah, he's flexing on you. He's like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Fabio, Keith and Ramen did want me to verify that you understand.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's came in the red. Yeah, I know. No, because there's another guy called K-Man. He's commented before.
No. You're saying there's somebody who's not K-Man in the Discord.
And there's another person called, like, literally just K. Like, literally K-Man.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen them comment here and there before. So I was
Why'd you said you're picking up your brother from work. Well, I saw you pulled up to a strip club.
It's not a strip club. It's neutral Rick, not overweight, not underweight,
It's
but yeah,
Rick.
Yeah. Wait, so actually here's one. I've been going on slight digging onto rebalancing and rebalancing timing look. What's everyone's thoughts on this really, really minute, some might say waste of a topic. But yeah, rebalancing timing look. go.
Okay, so for first of all, so what were you specifically trying to find out of it? Just like its results, like in
How
doing
often
it
can
on
you rebalance?
Yeah, well, I mean, like more so just like methods of rebalancing, because I know obviously like Cole, you really like your passive indexing, and Fabio, you're more active. But yeah, what's everyone's thoughts and opinions on rebalancing? This was going to be one of the questions I was going to ask you in a like weird interview type thing, but I figured there's no harm in asking this now.
Of course. I mean, well, for Cole, it's pretty simple. Cole goes first, and I'll go after. But
Yeah, when it comes to index funds, from what I know, rebalancing once a quarter, once a month, once a year has not shown to affect returns at all, really. So I just have it set to once a year.
to rebalance once a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me,
I guess if you're all in VT, it wouldn't rebalance. But at
you
work, so with my 401k, we don't have VT, so I have to like make it out of U.S. and international. So that rebalances, but VT obviously just doesn't rebalance because it's one portfolio.
Yeah.
One fund.
well, does it on its own.
Well, it does its own phone.
Yeah, it does it on its own.
You outsource it.
Yeah, yeah, you. That's what the what is it? That's what the cost basis is for, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the cost basis.
But yeah, you definitely don't want to. You do want to let your winners run. So even with active management, I'm sure Fabio is going to say he doesn't rebalance hourly or anything.
No, I try to do the least amount as possible. Like I'll do sometimes an egregious amount of rebalancing where I'm trying to kind of trim the fat, so to speak, where I don't want too many useless positions within the portfolio. I think like some solid companies, you could say arguably, because from the comment section, I understood, okay, a lot of people think of these as solid companies. I also think they're solid companies, not bad. I just thought that it was just too much, just random small holdings that I had that weren't really fitting.
Adam.
Oh, sorry.
Good. And with regards to like, okay, so let's say if I think I have too much exposure, or I'm getting too much exposure because, to industrials, but I think something's not going to be too good with industrials. Actually, the better one is banks, because banks I recently I did that early in the year or December last year, then kind of came back in, and then you guys saw me get out again. Right?
Yeah.
So that's one where I guess you could call that a form of rebalancing. I'm not rebalancing the entire portfolio whatsoever, but I'm removing what I perceive to be risk. But I tend not to like to do that. So Alphabet's been a long-term holding. It's one of the, it's not, I don't think it's the most, but it's one of the companies I've held for the longest period of time. What else? What other ones I can really point out to? I mean, you see, like one way of kind of rebalancing that I'm doing is with Unum. In some ways, like I'm probably going to reduce the position size in December because I'm going to get called on those shares. But it's one that I'm willing to do so already because it's run up a decent amount. I'm happy with the strike price sale of $35, I think, and it's only for a portion of the position. Then I can write some more contracts as time progresses, maybe. But to answer your question, as far as frequency, I'm not a big fan of it. I think you're more likely going to make mistakes than to optimize. You're going to play with the soap. The more you play with the soap, you're going to lose the soap. So that's how I kind of tend to look at it. And also, I feel like there's also like a loss of sleep you might get for always focusing on, okay, how do I, optimize my portfolio? Oh, everything's going down. I should optimize this way. Like if you're watching the markets and always trying to think about what to buy, what to sell, that's, I think, why you end up with that whole, don't play with the soap. Not fallacy, but situation. But yeah.
Alrighty. Very cool. I wish I could punch into the comment section myself, but good to see everyone's having fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just a hangout now.
I'm still tired from I'll probably definitely need to head to bed within 30 minutes. I'm still tired from
same.
Up at 3 a.m. yesterday.
Oh, yesterday was nuts.
Embrace the sleepiness with the next topic being bonds.
Oh, bonds. Oh, no, but I like bonds. Okay.
Oh, you like bonds?
Yeah, a lot of I read this a while ago, so I might be wrong, but I read that a lot of the, like with an 80-20 portfolio, 80% stocks, 20% bonds, a lot of the reduction in volatility is just from you not being 100. It's not necessarily the bonds. Like an 80-20 stocks and cash portfolio would have a similar reduction in volatility. I'm not saying be 20% cash, but basically I've heard that bonds are maybe overhyped, but I'm not an expert in bonds, so I don't know if somebody wants to. Fabio, what do you think about keeping them in a portfolio?
Depends. Yeah.
Well, if you're buying bonds for capital appreciation, you're obviously betting that there's going to be, like, first of all, you'd probably be getting exposure 20 years plus if that's your speculation. I think there's a guy on the internet that does this a lot. I think the vast majority of his portfolio is geared towards bonds. I think it's Stephen Van Meter.
So wait, I guess before we even start, should we say should the average investor add bonds to their portfolio to reduce volatility, or because bonds might outperform stocks?
Probably more likely to, in the thought process, that it will reduce volatility if you're looking at it to hold to maturity. Because the thing is, if you're not holding to maturity, right? Well, hold to maturity, you still have that inflation exposure technically, but let's stick to nominal. So if we're looking at nominal, if you're looking to generate capital gains, like crazy capital gains in bonds, you're basically making a prediction about the macroeconomic environment. So you're projecting, for example, maybe low growth, low interest rates going forward into the future, and that's your speculation. But if you're looking to lower your volatility because you're going to maybe buy some short-term duration bonds here and there, and take that away from stocks, generate some yield, and you're going to hold it to maturity. It matures, so you're not having that capital risk. Let's say only the risk is in the credit worthiness of what you're lending to, and you could say inflation. But that putting to the side, if you're looking at it from just nominal terms, that's probably going to be more successful for most people. That's why your favorite YouTuber, Rob Berger, suggests that people start doing that once they're reaching retirement age, right? They start selling some of their stocks, they keep some cash, and maybe they take some of that cash, start allocating it to shorter duration bonds. Why the shorter duration bonds? Because you want to, basically, you're trying to hold this maturity. The speculation is buying the longer duration bonds, because now you're not holding to maturity. You're hoping to sell it to someone else if you're trying to realize that gain earlier.
I think it was probably Rob himself made videos about this, but I think lots of people made videos about this. There are so many people who say like, "Oh yeah, I don't have any bonds in my portfolio. I'm 100%. I'm retiring 100% stocks." And somebody would be like, "Does that sound like, what if there's like a crash or something?" And they go, "Oh, I have a 5-year emergency fund in cash." So okay, well then you're not 100% stocks if you have 5 years worth of cash portfolio.
Yeah, they didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because when you're really getting to that conversation, is about like your total net worth, like how much of your total net worth is cash, bonds, stocks, real estate, etc. So yeah, I don't think it's very appropriate to be 100% stocks. That's you're living on the edge.
Yeah, not at retirement.
Not at retirement. Yeah.
Oh, certainly not. No.
Yeah, because you're about to require that income. So, yeah. Unless you are extraordinarily wealthy, like you're on, if you're extraordinarily wealthy, you can afford to be, cash poor, stock rich, as Scott, I'm sorry, Cole hates,
dude.
it's that those dividends coming in, that free money.
There are glide paths where you can basically, as you get after you retire, you can slowly build back up your stock percent. So maybe you retire 60% stocks, and then slowly, like over 10 years, you build back up to 90% stocks. Because assuming once you get past that first 10 years, basically your stock portfolio will have grown enough that it's basically what Fabio just said. You have $1 million, so it doesn't matter if the stocks crash. Yeah.
Thank you. If you have $1 million, all your problems just go away.
What a blonde.
Cole finally gets it.
But yes, Google, if you're into Google, I think it's called like retirement glide path. Maybe they'll probably find you what I'm talking about. Retirement
glide path. Okay, there you go. Everyone look into retirement glide path. Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, that's. What would you say? Do you guys want to rate like your? Do you guys have any experience with retirement dedicated funds, retirement funds?
What you mean, like target lifetime?
Yeah,
Or
target lifetime. Well,
um,
obviously, here's the thing: you guys are all too young to say,
yeah,
"Oh, it was a
yeah. I was gonna
great
say
run."
that kind of limits it. I see. I don't know. Like for me, it's downside focus where the whole standard 60-40 or 70-30 approach of heavier equities than bonds might not necessarily be appropriate the closer you are to retirement. Like obviously that depends on your tolerance for downside volatility is my guess, in which case stocks probably would still be more volatile than bonds, far more volatile than bonds. And of course then we're talking about which bonds and notes are we talking about. Yeah, I don't know. but yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I should pull this up on my computer. But it looks like 10 years from the target. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. At the target date, you are. Looks like 40% U.S. stocks, 20% international stocks, 30% U.S. nominal investment grade bonds, and then 10% tips. It looks like. Just that was going off a Vanguard target date fund that I looked at.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole theory behind it is just reducing the volatility as you get older.
Yeah.
But maybe there's things that we can all disagree. Like the question is, would you put your money into it for yourself? If
No, because it's like 10 years, like 15 years from retirement. I'm eyeballing it, but it looks like 15 years from retirement, you're already at like 20% bonds. And just personally, I think that's I think they go into bonds a little too fast. But if some this is personal. If somebody else came up to me and like I had a coworker and the coworker doesn't know anything about investing. They don't want to learn about it. So they said, "Do you think this target date is a good fund?" And for them, I said, "Yeah, absolutely," because they're not going to sit there and like micromanage their asset allocation and everything. So yeah, I think the target date fund is a great fund for the average person.
Yeah, I think Andrew Marshall just brings up a good point. So the problem with target date funds is most Americans are, I guess maybe in people to invest when they are young, so they can't afford the not as good return as they age. Yeah, I guess like because there's a dilemma, right? When people start taking this stuff seriously, it's usually when they're a bit older. Just thinking about putting money to the side, right? Because when you're younger, you probably just want to spend more money on, say, yourself, on doing fun things, etc. And you're less about, okay, I'm going to put, I don't know, 1,000, maybe less than that a month. You don't really need that much contribution.
Did Vanguard lower the expense ratio of the
young.
target date funds? Because Julius just said what they were, and I was like, well, that can't be right. So I googled it. Yeah, the target date funds have a 0.08% expense ratio. Because I swore they used to be closer to 20 basis points. So that is, I mean, that's cheaper than I think, or it's basically the expense ratio like VT or something like that. So that's basically free. So, or the best comparison, the Vanguard target date fund is a lower expense ratio than SPY. I think that's the best. That's the best comparison.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they did. I thought they used to be 15 basis points.
Oh, that's the classic background for StreamYard. We have Lincoln.
Yeah.
I know that background. Yeah, it's a
Hide your
default
dogs.
background.
We have the same house.
We have the same house. Oh yeah, it's good.
I wanted more of a reaction.
I'm doing pretty good.
Bobby, I thought you were smart. It's not expense ratio. It's the cost down ratio.
It's a cost basis. That's right.
It's the cost basis. Yeah, that's what an expense ratio is. An expense ratio. It's the cost basis.
So, Lincoln, do you have a green screen? Because I tried using one of those background things once, and it did not work at all. It just
it depends on the camera. I have the Logitech
Bacon died
camera 9.
Bacon's brother probably came out.
2.
out the closet.
Apparently, I'm not. Blah, blah, blah. I'm reading Capital Mindset. M1 Finance has target date fund pies, so it automatically does it. I mean, a lot of the brokerages do. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
a lot of
so Lincoln, it says here you have $100,000 in student loan debt, and you work at a preschool. Do I have that right?
He's quoting Dave Ramsey.
I'm
that's
trying to
Dave
make this a
Ramsey.
radio show.
Yeah, 100%. That's Dave Ramsey.
So $100,000 and you're a preschool
Yeah.
teacher.
So Lincoln, what the hell were you thinking
What?
when you took out all this debt to go to college for a teacher's degree?
I mean, I gotta get my degree for master's.
You are
School.
stupid. This is what's wrong with all these liberals think the government's just going to forgive all their loans. This is the damn problem with America nowadays.
What Cole's a comedian.
Lincoln, what brings you onto the chat today?
That's literally word for word, Dave Ramsey. That's funny. Hey, what brings you on, Lincoln? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I think just like a couple of questions.
Go for it.
I forgot what questions I have.
I forgot it better than I deserve. So you're a computer expert, I see.
I'm more of a filmmaker. I've done like
A Titanic. Yeah.
yeah. No, I've done like I know like stuff how to stream and how to like just work with cameras and computers and everything. So it's kind of more of my work in the line, and it's just that I haven't been kind of pulling in full time in filmmaking work because it's been not sustainable just for a living.
Now you film all your films using StreamYard. Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's the best quality you can get. You know, this is how you get the whole backup.
Yeah, I mean that's live VFX. So I mean that's pretty impressive.
That's how you get a home. You just go you purchase a premium StreamYard and it gives you a house. Everyone knows that. You see, he's got a nice house. He's got a piano. That piano is in the metaverse.
Did you go to a film school?
I did for community college for like a good 2 years.
Maybe you can. Is there because I feel like I've been told this. I don't remember what the movie is. Is there some movie that's stereotypically like everyone in film school is like everyone in the first year of film school is like, oh yeah, this is the best movie ever made. Is there some like stereotypical movie that everyone gravitates towards?
A lot of them, I think the past 2 years I've been in school, I think a lot of them been saying Marvel's a great movie and everything.
Is it Marvel?
Yeah.
I was thinking something like Stanley Kubrick. Was it Kubrick or Kubrick? How do you say his name?
Stanley Kubrick. I think it's Kubrick.
So I wanted to real quick touch upon Andre's question here. Fabio, talk about when you tax loss harvest versus buyback. Tax loss harvest and buyback versus dollar cost average. So first of all, you want to be careful with tax loss harvesting that you don't do a wash sale, which is buying back the same stock you just took a loss on within the first 30 days of the sale. So be careful with that, okay? Because otherwise that will make it futile. So you want to make sure that the asset in question that you purchase again is not the same. All right. So the same. Don't try to play around too much because the IRS will not like that.
Yeah.
So
I think they're going to crack down on that because people will sell their VU and then they'll get into VTI, and I think they're going to crack down on something.
No,
like that.
that's. I think that's different enough.
But the point there, I think you could tell the person is doing it to tax.
The intent. Yeah. So intent actually does matter. So one thing that I did do is what I did with one of the very small stocks I have, and I have it based off of I don't know why I still at this point,
Kubrick,
but
apparently I'm being told.
Kubrick. Okay. Well, I did this with whatchamacallit, Prosus and Tencent. So I bought Alibaba and Tencent on the same day because I actually, you guys know how I feel about Chinese VIEs. And I bought them just to I guess address a point and hold them throughout the duration. Tencent, while it was down, I guess a decent amount, I sold Tencent and I bought Prosus, which had exposure to Tencent. It's a separately publicly held company. It's different enough. It's a holding company. The largest holding of Prosus is Tencent. And and also I got that exposure to my belief that the discount you were seeing in Chinese VIEs, because it wasn't on the VIE itself. People don't really care too much about that, unfortunately. One day they might. That it was a sentiment based off of, how foreign investors were feeling on the Chinese government, et cetera. So I actually ended up being, I think, correct last time if I checked the prices and when I bought and sold. But I think that Prosus has appreciated more than 10 cents. I might be wrong. But that was basically the thesis. I don't really know. But I took advantage and did a tax-loss harvest. When I would buy back versus dollar cost average, again, the buyback, if I already sold the stock and I sold it at a loss, it'd be me trying to realize a mistake. It messes with your cost basis, by the way. This is the other weird thing. So when you do when you buy back a stock that you recently just sold within that 30-day window, you're going to mess a little bit with your cost basis on that stock. It's not actually going to be that lower cost. Fun fact. Okay. So if you were good to go sell it later on at a higher loss, don't think it's not the cost basis you think it is. And that's why you should then consult your licensed tax professional who's handling your taxes. Dollar cost average would probably be my more go-to, because when I build a position, I build it out over time. I don't buy. Typically, I don't. I mean, GPN was kind of a weird one, if you guys remember GPN, but I don't like to buy all at once. Very, very rare. It's usually a build-up. But yeah, that's
funny Slurpees. Yeah. Dude, Gil, my coworkers, I got bullied for the most random things possible. All I said was like, I made I had some turkey bacon. They all shit on me. They're like, turkey? They hated they said no. They acted like nobody ever eats turkey outside of Thanksgiving. They acted like I was weird for buying turkey bacon. Fuck them.
We also have, Andrew Marshall. Yeah, that was literally it. So GPM was coked up Fabio saying, I'm going all in, buy it now. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of being cautious on, like the sentiment it might kind of give off. Just because, no matter what you say about saying like, oh, don't copy what or whatever. But it was for me, right? It was a decision that I decided was good for me. So that's what I want to say about that. I get the whole 30-day rule. The question was more of your mindset. If someone is down a specific percentage, it's not about that. It's about if you're going to sell it, what else are you going to buy? Or has a thesis changed?
I think he's saying don't wait the 30 days and buy back in.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying should you harvest and wait the 30 days and then buy back in, or should you just?
Well, but you're doing a bit of a gamble. You're doing a bit of a gamble, aren't you? Because let's say you're trying to sell, you're trying to time at that point. Because maybe you think there's some catalyst that's going to come out and it's going to crush the stock. I don't have that with the intention like with the banks. Like with the banks, I'm not doing it first. Oh, I'm going to buy back in 30 days. Probably more than that. Well, in their case, it's not a loss. It's still them at a gain. But the point is, like, if they were at a loss and I were to sell, like let's say it was JP Morgan, it's not for the intent to repurchase it right after the 30 days. It's not necessarily for that. It'd probably be I'm selling and taking the loss, and it's because the thesis has changed. It's not necessarily to harvest the loss, and don't really focus too much on that. But your CPA, your personal CPA that's doing your taxes might make the suggestion that you might want to consider that and may address the specific benefits to your situation.
Apparently there are rumors that Intel is pulling out of the gaming graphics cards.
Oh, I mean, that was almost a failure to begin with. Yeah. So the issue with creating a team, and other people can probably address this better than I can. But the issue with developing a team is, one, it's extremely hard. So if you lose a single engineer at any point during the process, or process, as for some of you, it makes things extraordinarily difficult to maintain the consistency of the product to bring to market. Okay, so if you lose someone, it could be detrimental for that time frame to bring to market. Intel not even starting from scratch, by the way. They have experience with graphics. They have integrated graphics cards in their CPUs, but it goes to show the appreciation we have to have for every time a company tries to develop their own new in-house chip, whatever it is, right? So,
Do you think that losing Apple on the deal was like a biggest loss for Intel?
well, remember that they kind of were like, let's get out of this. They sold the Intel division to Apple. So that part that was working with Apple, they sold it to Apple. They wanted to focus on other things. I think Apple thought it was also best, probably, we don't have access to what they were saying, but I imagine Apple division was like not too happy with Intel's progress. If you ask me personally, and I'm convinced by what others have shown me, that Intel's American division is not nearly as good as their Israeli division, legitimately. And a lot of the pure innovation from Intel comes from the Israeli division. Not that everywhere in the American division is not good, but yeah.
You remember that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick went, I turned myself into Stanley Kubrick, Morty. I'm Stanley Kubrick.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
speaking of which, I think the new season's out.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, and apparently it's like it's really good. It's up to season 1 and 2 standards.
Yeah, I'll believe that later. But dude, I'm gonna sound so stupid. I had no idea that Stanley Kubrick made all these movies. I know he's famous. I did not know he made the combination of Doctor Strangelove, Clockwork Orange, Shining, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. I didn't know he made all 4 of those. That's a pretty impressive roster.
You uncultured swine.
Spanning, from 1964 to 1999. He only stopped because he died, apparently.
Okay. Oh.
What year was Stanley Kubrick born in, Fabio?
No idea.
That's right,
that makes me
1928.
uncultured. That's right, 1928. I mean, people just need to be honest and realize that they make the decisions they make. You aren't forcing them to hit the buy button on GPN. There's still that video I do want to still make on the objective fraud of a company, which that's going to be an interesting video. Some of you already know which company that is. What?
When a company buys back shares, do they do it like they don't just do like a market order on a brokerage? I would assume.
Well, I've never participated in that, but no, it's not like that. I've never personally participated.
I mean, is it like they buy all of them back at like a set price, or
you mean like a limit order?
I mean, so what if?
Well, okay, so if you work at a company, when you work at a publicly traded company, they have a division where employees can buy shares through basically like a let's call it like a dedicated broker, right? So if you work for like Disney, right, or you work for not JP Morgan, because JP Morgan themselves is a broker, but you can buy the shares from them, right? And they also handle probably more than likely the same equivalent. Like there's a company that will do it on their behalf on the open market. It'll be preset.
Like if a company is like, okay, guys, let's buy back 1 million shares, and then like before they can execute that plan, the stock goes up like 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to like change the plan at that point, or?
Sorry, what was that? I got a little bit distracted.
Jeez, you and your family. So okay, so a company is like, hey guys, I see our stock is cheap. Let's buy back 1 million shares. But then before they actually do, the stock price goes up like 15%.
Oh, yeah. That's the unfortunate thing. There's even periods where they can't buy back shares.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't just buy back shares whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
There's windows where companies are able to and not able to buy back shares.
But you're able to go like, oh, never mind. Like the price went up too high. We're not buying.
Yeah, of course. You can't. It's not like a commitment like that. But they're just trying to make sure that companies aren't taking advantage of information that's not available to the public or is available to the public. So that's even true with employees of said companies. There's windows where they cannot buy, depending on, let's say, what kind of level of information they do have. that's the intent of it. Like the intent is like to cover those people that have information that people outside don't have. So even they cannot buy shares or sell shares within, whatever window they want. They're like, oh, I have all these shares of X company. I want to sell all of them right now because I found out in an internal email that this is going on.
Yeah.
They
Now,
wanna
if
avoid
you
that.
guys are looking at buying shares, go ahead and check out Moo. Link in the description down below.
Yeah, Slurpee said it perfect. So the employee stock purchase programs, they're typically done by a broker.
Yeah, and who is the employee stock purchase program for GameStop?
I have no idea.
That's right, Computer Share. I believe it's Computer Share. Kansas defeats West Virginia 55-42 in overtime. Oh wait, that can't be right. You can't be by. Wait, did that actually happen? Oh my God, that seems impossible. You know how rare that is? They won by 2 scores in overtime. That means they scored a touchdown and then returned a turnover for a touchdown. I don't know the last time that happened. That's pretty rare. Just a fun fact for you guys. Fuck you, Fabio.
That's like, interesting.
So recent,
Holy shit.
Gonna chime in for a quick second. So recently, I saw a Everything Money video relating to where they think the market is right now, and they think it's gonna, fall off a cliff very shortly. Of course, they're always.
Let me go ahead and draw his chart for him real quick.
Yeah, the wavy one that he keeps doing all the time. Actually, Everything Money has been pushing out some just interesting videos lately, kind of almost scare tactic way, but their videos have just been poor lately. But anyway, I digress on that fact. But with Everything Money, I guess, where do you guys see the market in the short term, and I guess from here until year end?
I want to say if retail thinks it's going to be terrible, it's probably not going to be that bad. That's probably the sad truth. If retail on average thinks it's really bad, it's not going to be that bad. If retail thinks it's going to be great, it's probably not going to be that good. But okay, so kind of breaking down more detail because I was just on the on the surface. So there are like concerns that we can kind of point to. So you just pay attention to that discretionary spend. Like I've been paying attention to the discretionary spend specifically on Target, even Walmart too. But Target more so represents that higher spend consumer, you could say, maybe than Walmart does, even though Walmart has higher revenues. But Walmart's also global. I was talking about this the other day, but yeah, Target gives you an interesting little tidbit that if people are shopping at Target, they're not really that much concerned about price. If all of a sudden they start being concerned about price, you should see kind of a dual effect. One, discretionary spend should suffer, which Target's already been talking about. And two, maybe Target itself as a whole will suffer. And Walmart might be there to benefit a little bit. But Walmart has a greater exposure to necessities. So they've been talking about how they haven't been really hit as much. And Target's, been a little bit different. But Walmart still has been hurt in that discretionary spend category too. They've been talking about that as well. So, yeah.
I wanted to notify everyone. I posted in the Discord. Echoes has released his video.
All right. Well, I'm gonna close off. You guys can go watch that video because I'm gonna go watch a movie with the wife or a show. I don't really know.
I wanted to say because I've been wanting to say this for a while. I think to answer that question that was asked about where do you see the market going? I think if somebody tells you definitively what the market is going to do in a time span shorter than 10 years, they're just lying to you. That's my opinion.
We can have fun with it though, and have speculation.
Just speculation.
You can say, I see it. I see it falling. But if somebody says like, because Everything Money just straight up says we're going to fall 50% from here.
They better hope so.
Yeah. Based on like GDP to stock market ratio and Schiller Cape or whatever.
That's a bit problematic, but
yeah,
unless you're accounting for earnings solely within the United States and then kind of reducing that out. But
yeah, if somebody ever tells you like the stock market is going to be down 3 years from now, and if they're saying it definitively, they're tricking themselves.
And if they're right, they're going to tell you that they knew they were right the whole time, and they're going to try to make money off of you because they're saying they're going to tell you the next time I'm going to tell you where it is at. So yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah. Back in 2014, when I was I think it was my first year of college. I was like, oh, the Fed's going to raise interest rates. They're going to do it shortly. I just know it. They're going to do it. Come 2020, it's like, it's still it's still under 1% at that point. So I was, completely off, but is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the last decade has been insane in terms of just weirdness. It brought into question a whole host of things. People thought things that were true about economics that weren't necessarily correct. I mean, you have like the rise and fall of the monetarists, rise of modern monetary theory.
I was that's the word I was like, here goes Fabio ranting about MMT again.
Well, like, I guarantee you in like another decade, there's going to be a new predominant economic theory that's going to, because the thing with economic theory is, like I said before, like economics is like, there's some guy who actually does work in this field, but he kind of put it really nicely. There's so many factors, so many. And so it's not that they're all dumb and stupid and they can't do anything. No, these are all very educated people. It's just very difficult. You kind of should show us how really difficult it is. How many different factors can go into a prediction? Is the average investor going to be successful at making those predictions accurately and then investing according to those predictions? Probably not, because you probably wouldn't even do good if the investor, if you just invest off of the professionals' predictions on what the market's going to do in the next 5 years.
If I was getting a new PC, I would look. I'm not even smart enough to say that, but just based on what I hear computer people say, I would get AMD stuff.
Well, and by the way, this part is, of course it will go down at some point, right? Yeah.
Obviously the market is going to crash 50% in the future, but but to say it's going to crash 50% from here is when I have an issue.
If you want to find out ahead of time, just make sure you pay Cole about 50 grand per year for the honor of that. He will tell you when it will happen. So what he'll do is every year he'll say it's going to crash 50% next year. Yeah. Eventually he's going to be right. And then he'll say, look, I told you.
Jeremy Grantham, is that you?
Yeah. I mean,
that's a guy.
I brought this up in the Discord when Paul says, the Cape-Shiller ratio, is that the official name for it? Mm-hmm. Based on that, the market needs to fall 50%. Well, the stock market is probably not going to happen, but the stock market could just stay at this level for 10 years, then earnings catch up, and then there was never any crash.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you probably would have wanted to be invested in bonds or something if it stays completely flat, but
or something else, maybe something.
The point is, it's not like free money to short it.
Well, yeah. What I'll tell you is, if that were to happen, if your capital appreciation becomes stagnant, all else being equal, it's not overcomplicated, but you probably want something with a bit more yield, right?
Like dividend stocks.
Not necessarily dividend stocks. There's other assets that could provide an investor
savings
yield.
Account.
Preferred stock is maybe one.
There are savings accounts paying over. I forgot who it was. There's one of the big banks is paying, I think, like 2.15% on a savings account right now.
There you go. There you go. All right. So Intel over AMD. I actually have an Intel i9.
I have an Intel too.
So I say what I say about AMD. I have an Intel right now.
Disgusting. You guys are all disgusting. AMD all the way.
And then NVIDIA graphics card. Yeah. Maybe that will change in the future. I don't know. We know Qualcomm's going to try to play its game here, and they have a very serious team at Qualcomm. So,
yeah. Almost like what is there a value play at this point, right?
So yeah, that's something that we've all been talking about for a little bit now. But yeah, it's I say a while now. I think it's like only been 1 week or 2 weeks.
Al, you click the link that's pinned at the top, but I think I'm the last caller.
Yeah, I'm about to close off, but this was a live stream that anyone could come in.
I'm about to start a company called Colcom. So
Colcom. Well, no, what was the bank we're going to start? Salmon Bank. Salmon Brothers. Salmon Brothers.
Yes, yeah. Salmon Brothers. That's right.
Salmon Brothers. That's
we only lend to trans people.
Okay,
to make up for the fact that the other banks don't.
Oh, okay, yeah, because we're better. So I'll do another live stream, like a subscriber focused live stream. Maybe I'll do it on next Saturday too, and from beginning to end, because this time that we had like the Rue Rabble come on. So yeah. All right. I will let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for coming on, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Support trans rights.